WTJT is honored to recognize the support of Adams Sanitation to this ministry. Adams is locally owned and operated and has been for more than 35 years. They offer twice weekly pickup featuring automated trucks. No bagging of trash required. Adams also offers complimentary pickup of small bulk items, appliances, bagged yard waste, plus complimentary service to any church within their service area. They have 65 or 96-gallon rolling cans and pricing plans specifically for the senior 65 and older. The phone number to Adams Sanitation is 537-3282. The website is adamsanitation.com. WTJT and the Baker Gators are proud to recognize Baker Parts in downtown Baker as a sponsor of live coverage of Baker Gator football. Baker Parts has auto parts and hardware for all household needs. Baker Parts is located at 1304 Georgia Avenue in Baker, and their phone number is 537-3131 or 537-4231. Thanks, Danny, and all the staff at Baker Parts for helping to make coverage of Baker Gator football possible on WTJT. Join us for the Northwest Florida Horse Expo November 22nd, 23rd, and 24th at the Baker Arena in Baker. Jackpot barrel racing and team roping Friday night. Saturday and Sunday all-day seminars from Dr. Hank Lee, Ray Ainsworth, Jeff Davis, Booger Brown, Jody Kelly, and many more. All disciplines will be represented. Horse starting, nutrition, horsemanship, jumping, dressage, reining, cutting, lameness, and parasite seminars going on all weekend. Youth dummy roping and stick horse egg and spoon competition. Over 40 vendors will be on the grounds. Northwest Florida Horse Expo, November 22nd through 24th at the Baker Arena in
WTJT would like to
More
thank Jason Norton and Baker Metalworks for allowing us to bring live Baker Gator.
Thank you, Brackney Funeral Service in Crestview, for your support. Brackney Funeral Service is located on Highway 90 East. They are locally owned and operated and provide all the traditional funeral services, including burials and cremations. And the telephone number is 683-9898, 683-9898. Terry Brackney is the funeral director. Again, thanks, Terry, and Brackney Funeral Service. Is honored to recognize a donation from Edge Painting Incorporated. Derek and his crew specialize in interior and exterior repaints, pressure washing, cabinet refinishing, wood and concrete staining, just to name a few. Edge Painting Incorporated has you covered. The number to schedule your free estimate is 850-537-2396. 850-537-2396. Owners Derek and Nikki Edge are proud supporters of Baker Athletics. Go Gators!
Pastor White and the congregation of Milligan Assembly of God are proud sponsors of Baker Gator football. Our services are on Sunday morning starting at 9 a.m. for Sunday school, 10 a.m. for morning worship, and then we come back at 6 p.m. on Sunday evenings for our Sunday night explosion. Our midweek service begins on Wednesday nights, and it starts at 6:45 for our Kids Call ministry, and then 7 p.m. for our evening worship service on Wednesday nights. You can follow us on Facebook, and you can also connect with us on the web at mag.church. On behalf of Pastor White and the congregation of Milligan Assembly of God, we want to say...
Check, testing, 1, 2. Hey, Mark, let's check our mics real quick. Hey, you want to check your mic real quick? Testing, 1, 2, check, 1, 2, 3. This is just a test before the game, folks.
Testing, 1, 2, testing, 1, 2. WTJT, the voice of Baker Gator football.
Let me turn these things down there a little hot. All right, check testing 1 2 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 3. Yeah, yours is in good shape.
Good shape. But the Baker band, I have not seen them.
Check 1 2 1 2 1 2. Check testing 1 2 1 2. Check testing 1 2 testing 1 2 testing 1 2. Man, I'm still hot, man. I got to get mine down a little bit. I'm not even be able to hardly hear myself in the headset, but I don't know. That's hot. It was hot on my end. Yeah. Yours is fine. Mine's just hot.
You can't adjust your headset volume?
Well, that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing.
Is affect your actual voice?
I can just, I guess, go away from me just a little bit right there and get that a little bit better. I'm going to do this right here just to see what happens. It may totally cut us out. But it took that buzz out when I done that while ago. Check 1 2. Mark, go on your mic just a little bit again.
Testing 1 2. This is WTJT, the voice of Baker Gator football. Mark Forehand, Robbie Kolb, Sharon Forehand, blah blah blah. Greg Peter Bobby, Cindy Jan Marsha. Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2. 5 4 3 2 1.
I think I just figured it out.
That would be fantastic, because he thinks he's figured it out.
Supporting our coverage of Baker Gator football. Okaloosa County Teachers Federal Credit Union offers a wide variety of financial services with 4 locations, including the Baker branch location at the entrance to Baker School next to the Gator Cafe. They can be reached at 850-537-9815 or on the web at OkaloosaFCU.org. You can be a member of the credit union if you live, work, or worship or attend school in Okaloosa County. For all your financial needs, it's Okaloosa County Teachers Federal Credit Union, achieving goals together.
All right, a little bit more pregame testing. Mark, do it just a little bit more so we can get your volume.
Okay. Testing 1 2 3. Jack Adams at the 50, the 45, the 30, the 25, the 15, 5 4 3 2 1. Touchdown, Baker. Testing 1 2 3 1 2 3 3 2 1. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, I'm going to do one more thing here because I want to hear one more thing here.
Okay.
Let's see. Let's see what happens. All right. All right, Mark, I think we got it. I think I've got it fixed here.
Okay.
Instead of it doing through phones, I did it through line in. It only plays off of one side anyway. It's in like mono. It's not like in stereo.
Does that make a difference as far as how the listeners hear us?
Well, we put it at line in. It takes all that background noise out.
But I mean, does it?
Listen right here, and I'm fixing to just hold my phone. Listen right there, and I'm fixing to hit a. Let me put this music on right here. I mean.
WTJT is honored to recognize the support of Adams Sanitation to this ministry. Adams is locally owned and operated and has been for more than 35 years. They offer twice weekly pickup featuring automated trucks. No bagging of trash required. Adams also offers complimentary pickup of small bulk items, appliances, bagged yard waste, plus complimentary service to any church within their service area. They have 65 or 96-gallon rolling cans and pricing plans specifically for the senior 65 and older. The phone number to Adams Sanitation is 537-3282. The website is adamsanitation.com. WTJT and the Baker Gators are proud to recognize Baker Parts in WTJT and the Baker Gators are proud to recognize Baker Parts in downtown Baker as a sponsor of live coverage of Baker Gator football. Baker Parts has auto parts and hardware for all household needs. Baker Parts is located at 1304 Georgia Avenue in Baker, and their phone number is 537-3131 or 537-4231. Thanks, Danny, and all the staff at Baker Parts for helping to make coverage of Baker Gator football possible on WTJT.
WTJT would like to thank Jason Norton and Baker Metalworks for allowing us to bring live Baker Gator football coverage to the listeners of WTJT. Baker Metalworks offers a large variety of colors, and they are all Energy Star rated. They have 4 profile styles with 29 and 26 gauge. They also have delivery available, and all of their materials are Florida product approved. Baker Metalworks is located at 5846 Highway 189 in Baker. They can be reached by phone at 850-537-2010. Thanks again to Baker Metalworks for all of your support here at WTJT.
Testing 1, 2, 3. This is Robbie Kolb.
Testing 1, 2, 3. This is Mark, the perfect man, forehand. The living legend, the one, the only, the man, the myth, the legend, the Gator Slayer. What else? The Coca-Cola Man, the Sound Man, the Tin Man, the voice behind the voice.
That's funny.
Yeah, that's my job.
That's funny.
I try to be the side, what's that word they use in the old movies? The humor relief, the comic relief. That's it, comic relief. A very pleasant good evening, football fans, and welcome to Baker Gator High School football on WTJT 90.1 FM and on Judge Jive YouTube channel. Tonight we are live from Blountstown inside Calhoun County, home of the Tigers. It is the state semifinal game between the Baker Gators and the Blountstown Tigers. I'm Mark Forehand with Robbie Cole. We are set for the kickoff. Blountstown in their red jerseys, white numbers and white pants. The Gators in their visiting white jerseys, maroon numbers, maroon pants. And set to kick off for the Tigers, number 10, Paula McLeod. Back deep for the Gators, Joe Brunson, Jack Adams at their 16-yard line. These fans are riled up. They are ready for some football. At stake, a trip to the state championship next weekend. We are just about set from Blountstown. The Tigers, the Gators rumble in the jungle tonight. And Robbie Cole, happy Thanksgiving, my friend, to you, Jolene, all the little Coles. Hope you've had a great weekend thus far and now ready for some high school football.
Man, I am absolutely ready for this game tonight.
We're on the third floor of the press box. It's a cool night, about 61 degrees game time temp. Going to get colder before the night's over. All righty, here we go. Baker, Blountstown State semifinal game. And these fans are ready. They met 4 weeks ago, a win for Blountstown in the conference championship in Panama City, but now a greater prize at stake. A spot in the state championship next weekend. There's the whistle. We are underway from Blountstown, and this will be Joe Brunson at his 20, 25, 30, 35 to the outside, 40-yard line, and brought down at the 41. Tackle made by number 21 for the Tigers. That is Martin.
And Mark, a great job right there by Joe to just see the wedge set up kind of on the right side of the kick return there, and was able to get some great yardage there and give field position to the Gators.
It is 1st and 10, Baker from their 42-yard line, just underway, first quarter from Blountstown. Quarterback number 3, Sam Croson. In the backfield, number 21, Gary Mitchum. At the wings, Joe Brunson and Jack Adams. And he's under center, Dylan LaFleur. And here we go. And first play, Joe Brunson right side, 45. A nice little run by Joe past the 45. And tackle made by number 32 for the Tigers.
You need glasses? You wearing them?
Yes, sir. That is Kelly.
That's tiny. I'm sorry.
Just need some better lighting, actually. Yeah, a little
great
dark
run
up here.
A great run there by Joe, and he did a good job. He got a couple extra yards because he rolled over number 53 and was able to get a couple extra yards. So a great run there to start off. If we can get 5 yards every time, that ground and pound will work tonight.
11:22, first quarter, second down 5 for the Gators from their 47-yard line. Again, Sam Croson, quarterback under center, LaFleur. In the backfield is Gary Mitchum. Again, Joe Brunson right side behind Carter Mason. He's across the 50-yard line, brought down by 53. That is Joseph Richter. Another positive run for Joe Brunson.
Yes, same play right there again to Joe around that right side. He's done a great job finding the hole and picking up positive yards up to the 49-yard line of the Tigers. And so it sets up for a nice short third down play for the Gators.
10:47 first quarter. It is second down and a yard for Baker from the Blountstown 49-yard line. Again, Sam Croson under LaFleur. In the backfield is Gary Mitchum, and it's Joe Brunson right side. And Joe's got the first down and more as he goes to the 45-yard line. Tackle made by Jordan Reeves.
And that was just a shoestring tackle, because if he doesn't grab his ankle or shoestring, Joe has a lot of running room down that right side. But a nice job by Joe again. Listen, I said it a while ago. 5 yards every time we touch the ball. We'll take that all night long.
It is 1st and 10, Baker from the Tiger 46. 10-16, first quarter, no score. This drive started back at the Gator 42-yard line. In the backfield is Gary Mitchell behind Sam Croson. In motion, Jack Adams. Is Gary Mitchell, the big fullback, bullies his way across the line of scrimmage, and he picks up positive yards. He's down to the 42-yard line, 41-yard line, about a 5-yard run for Gary Mitchell.
Yeah, great job there. I thought maybe they would run that jet sweep around the left side with Jack Adams like they've done all year, but instead they gave it right up the middle to Garen Mitchum, and what a great run there by Garen. Just kept his legs churning until he picked up 5 more yards for the Gators. Sets up a second 5.
Second down 5, Baker from the Blountstown 41-yard line. Clock rolling, 9:28 to go first quarter. No score. 11 on the play clock, and now Sam Croson goes under center. Dylan LaFear, number 56. And it's number 9, Joe Brunson, right side. He is hit in the backfield, but he falls across the 40-yard line. Be about a yard gain. Robbie brings up third down 4 for the Gators.
Yeah, great job there by the Tigers. Number 64, I believe it was, for the Tigers. That is Cody Peavy. And what he done is he ran into Carter Mason in the backfield, who was pulling, and which pushed him right into Joe Brunson, kept him from getting as many yards, but he did fall forward for a yard.
8:46 first quarter, third down 4 for the Gators at the Tiger 40-yard line. Again, number 3, Sam Croson under center. Jack Adams goes in motion and is handed off to Joe Brunson. He dives over one would-be tackle, but he is brought down. Number 53, Joseph Rigdor, puts a hit on Joe Brunson, and he is stopped back the 40-yard line now. It'll be fourth down and about 5 for the Gators.
Yeah, you know what we've done on this when we are on this side of the football field, on the short side, we generally go for it. So it'll be a fourth down. He lost a yard, so it'll be 4th and 5. He's got to get to the 36-yard line to get the first down, do the Gators. So we'll see while Coach Brunson dials up here.
8 minutes first quarter. 4th and 5 from the Blountstown 41. Now Seth Baxa comes in for Garen Mitchum. It is Baxa up the middle. He's across the 30. The 25 still going, and he is finally brought down by Pola McLeod. But it's a first down run for the Gators down to the Blountstown 22-yard line. Great run by Seth Baxa.
Yeah, Baxa was able to get a hole there right over the left guard, and he was able to tote the mail and able to keep his balance and pick up another 5 to 6, 7, 8 yards there on that play. Great run by Seth Baxa. I can't get his name out.
Baxa.
I'll do it all right, and then when I get in the game, I mess it up. But great run by Seth Baxa.
7:33 first quarter, no score. Baker 1st and 10 at the Blountstown 22-yard line. They started back at their 42, and now they're down to the 22-yard line. Again, number 3, Sam Croson under center. Mitchum back in at fullback. Joe Brunson off the right side. He finds a hole, cuts it back inside. The 5, touchdown, Baker Gators.
Great vision there by Joe Brunson as he's seen the hole open back across the middle as he got to the second level, cut it back across the middle where the hole was, and took it to pay dirt, took it to the house. Touchdown Gators.
And that is touchdown number 23 for Joe Brunson. He has 2,150 yards on the season, and just added to it just then a 22-yard run by Joe Brunson. And now on for the extra point is Ethan Edge. He is 8 for 8 on this season, 5 for 5 against Gracefield, 3 for 3 against Vernon, and now there's a flag, and the holder is Ryan Fleming. Offsides, Blountstown and Robbie. That may be the first flag tonight. We've seen a lot of flag-happy officials the last week or so, but that's the first flag that's offsides against Blountstown. So they move the ball a little bit closer for Ethan.
Yeah, just a yard and a half closer, but the way Ethan's been kicking, he hadn't needed that.
Now Oglesby is the center on the extra points. Ryan Fleming is your holder, and here's Ethan Edge. The ball's down, the kick is up, and it is good. Ethan goes 9 for 9 on the season. 7:15, Baker 7, Blountstown nothing. You are listening to the 2019 FHS AA State Semifinal game on WTJT 90.1 FM.
WTJT is honored to recognize the support of Adams Sanitation to this ministry. Adams is locally owned and operated and has been for more than 35 years. They offer twice-weekly pickup featuring automated trucks. No bagging of trash required. Adams also offers complimentary pickup of small bulk items, appliances, bagged yard waste, plus complimentary service to any church within their service area. They have 65 or 96-gallon rolling cans and pricing plans specifically for the senior 65 and older. The phone number to Adams Sanitation is 537-3282. The website is adamsanitation.com.
Pierce Thompson set the kickoff for the Gators. It is his traditional pooch kick, and a fair catch wisely called for by Blountstown near their 40-yard line. And Robbie, the winner tonight, goes to the state championship and plays either Madison or Pahokee. And last score I got, they're tied in the second at 14-14, I believe.
Yeah, sounds like it's going to be a barn burner. And really, I think we're looking at a barn burner here tonight. Another one of those nail biters, but a great first drive for the Gators. Let's see what we can do defensively now.
And quarterback for the Blountstown Tigers is number 14, is Logan Pumphrey, number 4. And a flag is going to be, it's like a false start against the Tigers.
Yeah, it looked like the right tackle moved just a little quick for the Tigers, and so that's going to back them up 5 yards, and so they'll start behind the sticks with a 1st and 15.
Quarterback Pumphrey this year, passing, is 34 of 58, 707 yards. He's got 15 touchdown passes, Robbie, or 16, and only 2 interceptions. Of course, their workhorse all year has been number 1, Trevin Smith. He's at tailback. So 1st and 15, Blountstown back at their 36, and it's Trevin Smith, left side, breaking tackle, making another tackle. He's across the 45, and finally Jesse Jordan brings it down along with Eric McQueen. But it's a big gain for Trevin Smith out to the 47-yard line.
Yeah, great job there by Smith, just breaking tackles, and that's kind of the Achilles heel for us. The last time we played them several weeks ago was just the ability to break make the tackle, the initial tackle, and but great job by him by breaking the initial tackle. Then he broke 2 or 3 more, and there is an injury on the play.
Yeah, Eric McQueen is down, so we'll take a timeout. You are listening to the 2019 FHS AA Football State Semifinal on WTJT 90.1 FM.
Almost perfect.
WTJT and the Baker Gators are proud to recognize Baker Parts in downtown Baker as a sponsor of live coverage of Baker Gator football. Baker Parts and auto parts and hardware for all household needs. Baker Parts is located at 1304 Georgia Avenue in Baker, and their phone number is 537-3131 or 537-4231. Thanks, Danny, and all the staff at Baker Parts for helping to make coverage of Baker Gator football possible on WTJT.
It is the first quarter, 6:56 to go. Baker 7, Blountstown nothing, and Eric McQueen gets up on his own power there, Robbie. But yeah, if I'm not mistaken, he was injured late against Blountstown 4 weeks ago. Missed Graceful, came back against Vernon and was hurt last week, and now he goes out early in this game. It is 2nd down for the Tigers, and again, this time, that is number 2, Jordan Reeves. And he's across the 50 to the Baker 47-yard line. 1st down for the Tigers.
Yeah, Devin Jordan doing a great job coming across there to make that tackle to eliminate him, keep him from getting any further down the field, come up from that linebacker's position, and was able to put the lick on him.
6:28, first quarter, Baker 7, Blountstown nothing, but the Tigers 1st and 10 at the Baker 47-yard line. Again, Pumphrey goes to the air, hits McLeod. McLeod's across the 40, and he is brought down. Great tackle by number 9, Joe Brunson.
Yeah, Joe doing a great job of open field tackling there, but they had 2 receivers over on that side, throwed the quick screen, and was able to pick up the 1st down. A great job there by Blountstown.
Yeah, Joe Brunson has 59 tackles on the year. It is 1st and 10 at the Baker 36. 6-13, Baker 7, Blountstown nothing. You are listening to the 2019 FHS AA Football State Semifinal game on WTJT 90.1 FM.
The rights to the broadcast of this state semifinal game in the 2019 FHS AA Class 1A Football Championships have been granted to WTJT 90.1 FM by the Florida High School Athletic Association, and it's intended solely for the enjoyment of our listening audience. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or other use of this broadcast without the express written consent of the Florida High School Athletic Association is prohibited.
6-13, first quarter, Baker 7, Blountstown nothing. We are live from Calhoun County, home of the Tigers. The Gators 11-1, and the undefeated Tigers 12 wins, no losses. 1st and 10, Blountstown at the Baker 37-yard line. Again, Pumphrey under center. Hands off to Smith. Smith looking for somewhere to go and nowhere to go. Jake Miller, Devin Jordan combine and make a Tiger sandwich near the 35-yard line.
Yeah, Mark, that time Jake Miller just got right there in the hole where the running back Smith wanted to go and just did a great job. He just sat down there and waited for him and was able to make the tackle and got help from Devin Jordan. Great job there by the Gator defense.
5:34, first quarter. 2nd down, 8, Blountstown at the Baker 35-yard line. Again, your quarterback, Logan Pumphrey, under center. And wants to pass, goes here, hits McLeod. McLeod to the 30, the 25, and he is corralled and thrown out of bounds by Joe Brunson, but that's going to be a Tiger first down at the Baker 23-yard line.
Yeah, again, Mark, they set up again 2 receivers to the left side to the near side this time and throw that same screen pass they threw just a few minutes ago, and we just don't have nobody right there coming up to defend that screen pass, and so he's able to run 5 or 6 yards down the field. That time got about 10 yards before he was tackled.
5:16, first quarter, Baker 7, Blountstown nothing, but the Tigers threatening. 1st and 10 at the Gator 23-yard line. Again, your quarterback, number 4, Logan Pumphrey. Now kind of a wishbone formation for the Tigers. And it's Trevor Smith, right side, and he is wrapped up by Zane Steele and gets some help finally from Jake Miller. But Zane Steele, he's like a bulldog on a bone there, Robbie. He hung on to Trevor Smith for dear life and brings him down about the 21.
Well, I'm glad he hung on to Trevor Smith for dear life because that young man wasn't going down easy that time, Mark. But a great job of the rest of the Gators to come over and help Zane and to drive him backwards and eliminate him from getting that big gain. Only a 2-yard pickup, so 2nd down and long for the Tigers.
Well, Zane still locked on him, and it's a great play. It is now 2nd down, 8 from the 21, 4:36 to go in this first quarter. Pumphrey under center. This time hands off to Valdez, and Valdez across the 22 at the 17, and tackle made by Seth Backs on the tackle. Slow to get up, but he does get up.
Yeah, well, the reason he's slow to get up was somebody had the knee in his chest, so he couldn't get up. And so finally they get off of him, and he was able to get up. But a great job by Seth Backs just to come across there and make that tackle. And but it's a 3rd and short for Blountstown.
3rd down, 3 from the Gators 16-yard line. Under 4 minutes in this first quarter. 7-0 Gators on top. At the half, Pahokee 21, Madison 17. And again, Valdez, he is tripped up in the backfield. Jake Miller somehow got a hold of Valdez and trips him up and brings up 4th down for the Tigers.
Jake Miller used the shoelaces to reach out there and grab him because he grabbed him with his feet and was able to trip him up and make the tackle. So it's a 4th down, and let's see what they do here. It looks like they're going to go for it, Mark, on 4th and about 3.5 yards.
Indeed they are, Robbie. 3:22 to go in the first quarter. 4th, and as Robbie said, about 3 yards to go. Ball just outside the Gators' 16-yard line. Quarterback number 4, Logan Pumphrey under center. And he will go to pass, goes to the air, gets the ball off, and it is a touchdown. Trevin Smith on the reception.
Yeah, great job of coverage there by Brody Sharp, but he looked like he was going to be able to knock it away, set himself in position, but a great catch there by Trevin Smith.
As you said, I mean, the defense could not have been any better, Robbie. Brody Sharp right there, but a great pass from Logan Pumphrey to Trevin Smith. And now the extra point by McLeod. The holder is Valdez. There's the snap. Ball's down. The kick is good. 3 minutes. First quarter. We are tied 7-7. And you are listening to the 2019 FHS AA Football State Semifinal on WTJT 90.1 FM.
WTJT would like to thank Jason Norton and Baker Metalworks for allowing us to bring live Baker Gator football coverage to the listeners of WTJT. Baker Metalworks offers a large variety of colors, and they are all Energy Star rated. We have 4 profile styles with 29 and 26 gauge. They also have delivery available, and all of their materials are Florida product approved. Baker Metalworks is located at 5846 Highway 189 in Baker. They can be reached by phone at 850-537-2010. Thanks again to Baker Metalworks for all of your support here at WTJT.
First quarter, 3 minutes, 7-7. And there was a penalty, a 15-yarder against the Gators.
But I thought they heard him say illegal. They give a legal procedure motion. How is that a 15-yard penalty, Mark?
On the defense.
I don't understand that. How is an illegal procedure? I don't understand the call there. I mean, that's an illegal procedure call that's a 15-yard penalty. I don't get it.
I don't either, especially when it's on the field goal coverage team. But anyway, that's what it is. So now Blountstown kicking from the 45.
I think I know what it is. They obviously hit the snapper, and that's illegal. They can't do that. That's the only thing it can be, and that is a 15-yarder.
So Joe Brunston, Jack Adams at the goal line. McLeod kicks it, and this will be Joe at his 5-10. Cuts to the outside, 15, 20, 25, and Joe finally brought down by several Tigers there near the 27, a 22-yard return by Joe Brunston.
Yeah, great job again by Joe, just following his blocking, finding where the holes were, finding where to go, and just following the sea of white jersey, was able to make a great return, and the Gators have it 1st and 10 from their own 27.
2:53, we're tied 7-7 in the first quarter, and the Gators 1st and 10 from their 27-yard line.
On their own 27-yard line.
Escambia Gators are ahead 7-0 in the first quarter. And this is Joe Brunston off the right side, and Joe picks up maybe a couple yards just shy of the 30-yard line. 2nd down long for the Gators.
Yeah, again, just running off that right side. Obviously, the Gator coaching staff seen something they liked in this week at looking at film, that they could go off this right side, and of course the left side of the defensive line of the Tigers, and so they've just kind of lived off of that so far in this ball game, Mark.
2nd down, 8, just shy of the 30-yard line. Number 3, Sam Croson under center Lafier. In the backfield is Baxa, and it's Baxa off the left side. Gains a couple of yards to the 32 before he's tackled by the Tigers.
Yeah, the Tigers a good job there by their front line, getting a little bit of a push, and then their linebackers coming up to help them, and was able to keep Seth from getting but a couple of yard pickup, but it is a manageable 3rd down for the Gators.
3rd down 5 from the 32-yard line. And up front, the big guys, Robbie. You got Carter Mason and Dustin Oglesby, Gavin Vaccarello, Ethan Cadenhead, Josh Campbell at the tight end position. And also Blake Lawson now in there, or Devin Jordan, excuse me. And this is Jack Adams off the left side, and Jack's now near the 38-yard line, very close to a Gator 1st down.
But what they did just then on that play is they actually brought Oglesby over to the right side of the line and loaded up that right side, and then went to the opposite side of that and was able to get the yardage they needed for the 1st down with Jack Adams and his speed. Great job, but a great play call by the Gator coaching staff.
It is 1st and 10, Baker from their 39. A minute 12 to go, first quarter. We're tied 7-7. And the other Gators from our end of the state, Robbie, Escambia, they're leading 7-0 over the Gaither Cowboys in the first quarter. So 2 Gators in the playoffs tonight. This is Joe Brunson, and Joe's to about the 41 short game, brings up 2nd down 9 for the Gators.
Yeah, Zeb Kelly coming up from his linebacker position to make the tackle. He's done that several times on that left side. He's starting to get on to Joe coming around that right side. So the Gators may have to swap some things up in their play calling, but a great job by Joe to lean forward and get what he could get out of that and bring up the 2nd and 8.
30 seconds to go is a 2-yard gain, actually. 2nd down 9 or 2nd down 8 for the Gators from their 41-yard line. There's 10 on the play clock and 22 on the first quarter. And now Sam Croson under Lafier and hands off to Joe Brunson again, right side, and Joe gets to about the 43-yard line. It's going to bring up 3rd down and about 6 for the Gators.
Yeah, Joseph Rector right there coming up, making the tackle on Joe, just kind of followed him along the line there and grabbed him from behind and brought him down after a couple yard pickup, and that's going to do it for the first quarter, Mark.
At the end of one, we are tied 7-7. You are listening to the 2019 FHS AA Football State Semifinal game on WTJT 90.1 FM.
Thank you, Bragney Funeral Service in Crestview, for your support. Bragney Funeral Service is located on Highway 90 East. They are locally owned and operated and provide all the traditional funeral services, including burials and cremations. And the telephone number is 683-9898. 683-9898. Terry Bragney is the funeral director. Again, thanks, Terry and Bragney Funeral Service for giving to WTJT.
Sportsmanship is having pride in your school, your team, and yourself. Sportsmanship is respect for the game and those who play it. The Florida High School Athletic Association reminds you to take on the responsibility of good sportsmanship. Play strong, play hard, play fair. This message provided by this station and the FHSAA.
And welcome back to Blountstown as we start the second quarter, tied 7-7. The state semifinal game. The winner goes on to the state championship next weekend in Tallahassee and will face either Pahokee or Madison County.
And Mark, I'm a little surprised to see us on our side of the 50-yard line. Looks like we're going to go for it, though, on 4th down. No, it's actually 3rd down. I'm sorry. I thought it was 4th. It looked like they had it on 4th over there.
It is 3rd down, 6 from our 43-yard line. And it's Joe Brunson who cuts it back inside, and Joe's across the 45 to about the 46. And that will bring up 4th down, Robbie. 4th and about 3 yards, looks like, for the Gators.
I could have swore I looked over there and seen it say 4th down, and then I looked back and it said 3rd. Nonetheless, it is 4th down, and it looks like we are going to back up and punt with Joe going in punt formation on our side of the 50.
And for Blountstown, number 1, Trevin Smith. Rushing, he has 1,444 yards this season, which is a lot, but Joe's got 2,150. Of course, Blountstown's undefeated, and we got the one loss, and guess who that was to?
That's right.
Trevin Smith will take this ball at his 20, dances around, doesn't fool Zane Steele or Jack Adams, and they bring him down. They'll give us progress to the 20, but they take him back to about the 15-yard line. So no dance partner for Trevin Smith.
Almost a bad decision there by Trevin Smith to even try to attempt to pick that up. It did make a nice bounce for him to just reach there and grab it, but there the Gators were standing right there waiting on him and did a great job that time of wrapping him up and not letting him go anywhere.
It is 1st and 10, Blountstown from their 21-yard line, 11-12. Second quarter, we're tied 7-7 in the state semifinal game. Mark Forehand and Robbie Cole with you tonight. Glad you're making us a part of your holiday weekend plans. Logan Pumphrey under center. And hands off to his big running back, Reeves. And it is taking about 5 Gators. The whole team finally brings them down, but it's a first down run for Blountstown out to their 34-yard line.
Yeah, great run there. And just the offensive line got behind him, pushed him, and pushed the Gators backwards and was able to get that first down, pick up a 15 yards there by the Tigers.
Yeah, that was actually Robert Rosa on the carry, and he carried nearly the whole Gator defense with him to the 35-yard line. 10:44 second quarter. We're tied at 7 apiece from Blountstown. Again, Logan Pumphrey under his center. This time hands off to Valdez, left side, breaks one tackle, hits to the 40, 45, and Seth backs and brings him down near the 45-yard line, but a first down run, I believe, for the Tigers, and it is.
And Mark, one of the things we've got to do defensively is containment and not let him get the edge that time. He was able to get the edge, was Valdez, but a good job by Seth Baxter just to stay with him and to make the tackle. But a first down, 10-yard pickup.
It is 1st and 10, Blountstown from their 45. Clock rolling, 10:20 first half. We're tied 7-7. And Logan Pumphrey under center I formation for the Tigers. To the air he goes. His has been on a quick pass out to the flat, but he is brought down by the Gator defense. Brody Sharp leading the way.
Yeah, good job there, Brody. That time he saw that they were going right back to that screen pass that they've run several times. He was able to fight off the blocker that was on him and was able to make contact there and bring Smith down for a minimal gain. And so great job there by the Gator defense.
2-yard gain, 2nd down, 8 from the Blountstown 47-yard line. Clock rolling, 9:38 in the first half. Blountstown in their red jerseys with the white numbers. The Gators wearing their white with maroon numbers. Pumphrey under center. Hands off to Smith, left side. Cuts it back in. Following his blockers. And it's brought down by the Tigers. There is the Gators. There's a fumble on the play. And waiting to give an official signal, but I thought he fumbled the ball, Robbie.
I think what you saw, Mark, was Jake Miller's helmet rolling across the ground.
Oh, okay.
So he has to come off for a play. His helmet came off, but a nice job again by the Gator defense to swarm to the football to keep Smith from getting too many yards and keep him to a minimal gain. I've said that several times tonight, so I've got to figure out something else to say. But it's a 3rd down and 5, and Gator defense needs to stand up tall here.
Yes, 3rd down, 5 from midfield. 9 minutes to go before the half. And there is 1 second on the play clock. And Blountstown will use a timeout. 7-7, 8:54 first half. And you are listening to the 2019 FHSAA State Semifinal game on WTJT 90.1 FM.
WTJT is honored to recognize a donation from Edge Painting Incorporated. Derek and his crew specialize in interior and exterior repaints, pressure washing, cabinet refinishing, wood and concrete staining, just to name a few. Edge Painting Incorporated has you covered. The number to schedule your free estimate is 850-537-2396. 850-537-2396. Owners Derek and Nikki Edge are proud supporters of Baker Athletics. Go Gators!
8:54 in the first half. We're tied 7-7. These two teams met 4 weeks ago for the Sunshine State Athletic Conference Championship, and it was a big win for the Tigers, 33-7. Tonight, Robbie, looks like the Gators have a different game plan. We are tied at 7, and we're halfway through the second quarter.
Well, Mark, this ain't the first time that the Gators have been here. 5 straight years in the state semifinals.
Exactly. 3rd down, 5. And Pumphrey wants to pass. He's in the grasp of Joshua Gamble, and Gamble throws him down for a big loss back to the 40-yard line. And that will bring up 4th and about 15 for the Tigers.
Yeah, I see Josh Gamble right there. Great job there on that play. Doing exactly what I said the defense needed to do. Stand up tall, was able to get in there, get the sack, and the Gators have done that all season long when the opposing quarterbacks have dropped back to pass. Get pressure on them, get in their face, and great job by the Gators and send them back in punt formation.
Yeah, great sack by Joshua Gamble. They placed the ball at the Blountstown 43. It is 4th and 12. And here's the punt by the Tigers by Pumphrey. And Joe Bronson waving everyone off. It will bounce Will go out of bounds near the Gator 32-yard line.
Yeah, that's the bounce the Gators wanted right there. Just kind of hit at the 30, hit at the 33 and bounce sideways out at the 32. So not bad field position for the Gators to start their next drive, their third drive. Let's see if they can get some points on the board. But a great job by the defense stepping up and stopping this Tiger offense.
Yeah, that was the most important thing they do, forcing the punt. So now both teams have had 2 drives and 1 touchdown apiece. 8:05 in the first half. Tied 7-7. Baker first and 10 from their 32-yard line. Number 3, Sam Croson under center. Hands off to Joe Brunson. And Joe just blasts right across the line, and it takes a couple of Tigers to bring them down. It's like Joseph Rector brings them down.
Yeah, Mark, one of the things we talked about all season long is how Joe falls forward. He's always moving forward, and that time a great job. Joe got hit early but kept those legs turning and was able to pick up another yard or 2 before they brought him down, and so nice run on first down.
Yeah, Joseph Rector and Carson Hatchett bring him down at the Baker 36, 4-yard pickup, second down 6 for the Gators from their 36. Clock rolling at 7:25 left in this first half. Again, Joe Brunson up the middle. Joe's across the 45, and he's got a first down and more. Leading the way, one of his linemen, Dustin Oglesby, tackle made by McLeod for the Tigers.
Yeah, just a real quick hitter, letting Joe get a good head of steam before he got the football, and he was able to go bust through there, pick up a nice yardage for the first down, and hey, let's keep the ball moving.
7:08 first half, 7-7. Baker first and 10 from their 46-yard line. And Robbie, it is a beautiful night for football. Cool temperature, clear skies, and we have our stands packed across the way. All these fans from Baker. Glad to see them supporting their Gators. Joe Brunson, right side, trying to find somewhere to go. Does get a couple yards before being stopped by that Tiger defense. Brent McCrone makes the tackle.
Yeah, McCrone just come right in there and stuck his head in there and said, hey, you're not going to get through here this go around. Joe's only able to get a yard on the play, but it is positive yards. That's what we like to see.
Exactly. 6:27 to go. Second down 9 from the 47-yard line of the Gators. And now a whistle and point towards one of the offensive linemen. Maybe something on his left hand there, looks like, Robbie. So Devin Jordan to come out.
That probably means blood.
Most likely.
So anytime that they do that, he's holding his hand up. He'd probably go to the sideline, and our trainer, Jessica, she will take care of him and get him wrapped up.
Official timeout, 6:27-7 first half, and you're listening to the 2019 FHSAA State Semifinal Football Game on WTJT 90.1 FM.
Pastor White and the congregation of Milligan Assembly of God are proud sponsors of Baker Gator football. Our services are on Sunday morning starting at 9 a.m. for Sunday school, 10 a.m. for morning worship, and then we come back at 6 p.m. on Sunday evenings for our Sunday night explosion. Our midweek service begins on Wednesday nights, and it starts at 6:45 for our kids' call ministry, and then 7 p.m. for our evening worship service on Wednesday nights. You can follow us on Facebook, and you can also connect with us on the web at mag.church. On behalf of Pastor White and the congregation of Milligan Assembly of God, we want to say,
it is the first half, 6:20 left until the halftime. 7-7 from Blountstown.
And Mark, I think something that's been important so far in this game, we're second quarter, almost 6 minutes left to go in this game, and the Gator offense has been out there a lot. And that's exactly what I think one of our best defenses is, keeping their offense off the field.
Second down 9 from their 47. Joe Brunson in motion, and the flag comes in, and most likely that's going to go against the Gators. Give the official call from the white hat.
Yeah, that's what it is, Mark. And somebody just moved just a touch early. The way our snap count goes, it's easy for them to move just a touch early. But so that puts them behind the sticks here on second down. It'll make it a second and long for the Gators.
Well, now he just announced that one of our guys lined up in the neutral zone. Unusual call on offense. Nonetheless, it is what it is. We're at the halfway mark of the first half, the second quarter. 5:55 and counting down, 7-7. Now second down 14 for the Gators back at their 42-yard line. And here we go. Jack Adams in motion. And handoff is to Joe Brunson, and Joe Brunson gains maybe a yard or more. Corralled by the Tigers near the 43, third down long for the Gators.
Yeah, that's a play that they've run all year where they roll out Sam Croson, and then he throws the ball. That time just kind of on delay give to Joe, trying to catch him off guard around that right side. But the Tigers stayed at home and did a great job of only allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
So third down and 14 for the Gators back at their 42-yard line. 5:05 to go in the first half. I formation for the Gators, Sam Croson. And now a flag comes in. Looks like it may go against the Gators. Wait for the official call.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We had the right amount of men on the field. I guess it's a false start because Devin Jordan ran off the field. He never even came to the line, Mark. He just ran off the field because he didn't think he was supposed to be there. How is that a false start? And nobody even had gotten set.
Regardless, Robbie, it is a false start. And now the Gators, after what was a positive gain, a positive start, they are facing third down and 19 back at their 36-yard line. Joe Brunson on the handoff, and Joe's across the 40. Just about the 43-yard line. It's going to be a fourth down and long for the Gators.
Yeah, Mark, probably we're going punt formation right here with the Gators and punt it, but here's the defense. Our defense has got to step up here, and we got 4.5 left to go before the half, and we definitely need to keep them out of it. It'd be better to go in the half 7-7 instead of being down 14-7.
That's a good point there, Robbie. Trevin Smith waits back at about his 36-yard line, and Joe Brunson in punt formation. It's a low snap. Joe gets off as a line drive shot right to Smith, and Smith at the 45 across midfield already, and tackle made by Gavin Vaccarella and Seth Baxa, but about a 15-yard return for Trevin Smith. And it is first and 10, Blountstown from midfield.
Yeah, and the net on that right there was about a 9-yard punt after the return. So last time I seen Joe do a line drive to somebody, he was wearing number 2, and he was the Northview Chief, and he ran it back for a touchdown.
Indeed. 4:02 left before the half. We're tied 7-7. Now Blountstown with their third possession. First and 10 from midfield. And now it's like a Wildcat formation, Robbie. Trevin Smith in Wildcat. The quarterback Pumphrey is split wide left. And now whistle, and looks like a timeout taken by the Gators. Timeout taken. You are listening to the 2019 FHSAA State Semifinal Football Game on WTJT 90.1 FM.
WTJT would like to say thank you to the Okaloosa County Teachers Federal Credit Union for supporting our coverage of Baker Gator football. Okaloosa County Teachers Federal Credit Union offers a wide variety of financial services with 4 locations, including the Baker branch location at the entrance to Baker School next to the Gator Cafe. They can be reached at 850-537-9815 or on the web at OkaloosaFCU.org. You can be a member of the credit union if you live, work, or worship or attend school in Okaloosa County. For all your financial needs, it's Okaloosa County Teachers Federal Credit Union, achieving goals together.
And with 4:02 left before the half, Baker 7, Blountstown 7. First and 10, Tigers from midfield.
And I think, Mark, that was a great timeout called by the coaching staff. They saw something they didn't like, and so they regrouped, and let's see what they do here because the same formation.
It's the same formation. Wildcat with Smith, a high snap, gets the ball down, goes to his right side, 45, 40-yard line, and brought down Looks like Devin Jordan makes the tackle on Smith, but it's going to be a first down run to the 40.
Yeah, good run there. Again, he broke the initial tackle, was able to get away. But there is a flag on the play, I think, down there, sitting right on the right in between the side judge's feet.
So he is just shy of the first down. And that will sideline warning against the Gators.
Yeah, that didn't surprise me any.
But
we've had a couple of those this year.
True. But it is second down, but it's less than a yard. Ball just shy of the 40-yard line. Now they're saying first down. And the officials are a little confused here. They give the first down signal. Marker says second down. Now they're going to call them back, looks like. Robbie,
let me tell you, that sideline warning has messed up the side judge over there, and he's forgot what's going on.
Well, they have moved the chains. Now they're going to move the chains back to where they are.
Now the question is, do we get them set right?
Still says second down on the marker. Second down and very, very short. And here comes the white hat. Let's see what he's got to say. Starts the clock. 3:52 to go before the half. Second down and short. Ball at the Baker 40. Trevin Smith, Wildcat, cuts inside. He's to the 35-yard line. Nice tackle by Joe Brunson.
And a great job by Joe. Joe is a pretty good, sure open field tackler. Does a great job there. But it is a first down. Hey, you notice they didn't move that time until somebody really told them to.
Now, but I noticed that the lineman for Tigers, Carson Hatchett, went way downfield and knocked Seth back on his backside.
Yeah, about 15 yards down the field away from the play, but there was no flag on that.
Nope. Well, the whistle hadn't blown, so I guess you block until the whistle blows. First and 10, Blountstown from the 33-yard line. Again, direct snap to Smith. 30, 25, still going, and now forced out of bounds. Like Jake Miller and Jack Adams, Devin Jordan, and Joe Brunson have a team meeting and take Smith out of bounds, but it's going to be should be a first down. Tigers near the 19-yard line.
Yeah, Mark, Carter Mason had him right about the line of scrimmage, and when he put his hand on him, he put his hand right around the horse collar part and then took it off. I seen him do that because they're conscious not to get that penalty, but I think I'd almost took the penalty.
3:10, second quarter, 7-7, Blountstown first and 10 at the Baker 19. Again, direct snap to Smith. Left side this time, and he is tripped up. Just about the 16-yard line, looks like.
And a great hit by Joe Brunson. I mean, just hammered him when he come across that side. Joe come across from his outside linebacker position and was able to put a nice lick on him. That's the kind of licks that we need to put on him to say, hey, you don't want to come back up the middle again.
Did you see that flop just then?
I saw it.
Number 52, Hatchet. Jake Miller walked by him. He did a flop, and I don't know if that was like maybe trying to avenge Seth back to being put down a while ago. Anyway, it is second down 8 for the Tigers. And this time it is Pumphrey. Takes a handoff from Smith, and he is dropped by Joshua Gamble near the 19-yard line for a loss.
Yeah, great job there by the Gator defense. They weren't fooled by that. That time Smith just hands it off to Pumphrey, and they weren't fooled, able to make the tackle, and brings up a third and long.
And timeout is taken. 2:02 first half, 7-7. You are listening to the 2019 FHS AA State semifinal game on WTJT 90.1 FM.
We are proud to acknowledge the support of Whitehurst Powell Funeral Home in Crestview. They are a family-owned and operated funeral home, open 7 days a week, and can handle all funeral needs. Plus, they offer advanced planning. Whitehurst Powell is also home to the Southern Heritage Crematory. They are located at 436 James Lee Boulevard, and the phone number is 850-682-3052. Owner Andy Powell is committed to caring for you in your time of need, and is also proud to help make coverage of Baker Gator football possible.
2:02 left in the first half, tied at 7 apiece. 3rd down, 9 for Blountstown. Ball at the Baker 18-yard line. And once again, Trevin Smith is in Wildcat formation for the Tigers. Pumphrey, quarterback Valdez in motion. And Smith to his left. He's across the 15 to 10. Jack Adams tries to corral him, and Jack Adams does force him out of bounds about the 3-yard line. 1st and goal, Tigers.
Yeah, that time they run that same play they've been running. The play just before they run, and they give it to Humphreys. That time Valdez was in motion, and he just pulls it. I think he had the option to give it to him and run himself, and when he looked to his left, he seen nothing but green grass, and so Smith took off running. I thought he was going to get there, but a great job by Jack Adams to knock him out short of the goal line.
Exactly right, Robbie. And it's 1st and goal, Blountstown at the Baker 4. A minute 52 left in this first half. We're tied 7 apiece. And now Pumphrey is back under his center. And there's a whistle waiting for the white hat. And is it delay a game? We're waiting for the official call.
That's what it is, Mark, a delay of game.
Well, our sideline reporter, Sharon, was pointing that out to me. But she's not wearing the white hat, so I had to wait for the official call.
Yeah, I wasn't paying attention none to the play clock there, so it had run out.
Well, Sharon was, and good job. So now 1st and goal back at the 9-yard line. Pumphrey under center. Hands off to Smith. Smith breaks the tackle. He's across the 5. Touchdown, Blountstown.
Yeah, good run there by Smith. That time coming on the right side. Again, just breaking the tackles. The Gators not able to wrap up and to make the tackle. We hit him 2 or 3 times before he ever got to the end zone. Just wasn't able to wrap up and keep him from getting in there.
Minute 47, 13-7, Blountstown on top. Now for the extra point is McLeod. The holder is Valdez. There's the snap. Ball's down. Kick is up. It is perfect. A minute 47. Your score, Blountstown 14, Baker 7. And you're listening to the 2019 FHS AA Football State Semifinal on WTJT 90.1 FM.
One of our sponsors this year for our live coverage of Baker Gator varsity football is Wise Equipment in Crestview. Wise Equipment specializes in sales and services of Kubota and John Deere mowers and tractors. They carry Steel and John Deere chainsaws, line trimmers, and blowers. Plus, they have John Deere toys. All products are backed by a manufacturer's warranty. Wise Equipment is located at 1147 South Verdon Boulevard in Crestview and can be reached at 850-682-3366.
A minute 47 to go in this first half. 14-7. Blountstown has just taken the lead for the first time tonight. Back D, Joe Brunson and Jack Adams, number 9 and number 7. And to kick off, number 10 for Blountstown, McLeod. And he will kick it straight away, and this is going to be Zane Steele at his 25, 20, 30, 35. A nice little turn by Zane Steele.
Yeah, good job by Zane Steele just to take and get what he could get out of it. The ball came to him, and he said, okay, I'll take it, and took off with it. And not bad field position, and let's see what the Gators can do with 1:43 left. And I think they may have 2 timeouts left, Mark, if I'm right.
A 12-yard pickup for Zane. 1st and 10, Baker from their 37-yard line.
Blountstown will get the ball to start the second half, so will the Gators try to drive down the field here and score? Do we go to the air any?
I think we have to, Robbie. I mean, like you said, at minute 43, we've got 63 yards to go, and Blountstown gets the ball to start the second half. Baker's got to punch in some points here to keep this game close. Quarterback number 3, Sam Croson. Joe Brunson in motion. And it's Jack Adams this time off the left side. Jack's across the 40 to the 41-yard line. 4-yard pickup. Second down, 6 for the Gators.
And, Mark, if we're going to score, I think right here you just got to jump up there, get on the ball quick, and don't even go to the huddle. You got to go right back to the line of scrimmage, get the play call in from the sideline, and move it forward because you're just letting precious time roll off the clock.
Exactly. There's a minute 17 to go. It's a 3-yard run. Second down, 7 from the 40. And no sense of urgency here. Joe Blountstown in motion. Again, handoff this time Seth Baxa. And Baxa's across the 45, stopped near the 48-yard line, very close to a Gator first down.
Yeah, that should stop the clock, and it does with 58 seconds left to go, Mark. And it really should have been at a minute when they should have stopped the clock. So we got to get right back on the ball right here and snap the ball as soon as we blow it in play.
It is 1st and 10, Baker from their 47-yard line. 58 ticks left in this first half. We are behind Blountstown 14-7. And the play clock down to 10 seconds.
Got to hurry here.
Joe Blountstown in motion, and again, Jack Adams on the handoff, and Jack, he finds a hole at the 40, the 35, the 30, the 25, and he is brought down by Smith, but it's inside the 20-yard line. A great run by Jack Adams. Not a pass play, but hey, it works.
Yeah, and I think we get up here real quick and let's clock it, and let's stop the clock with not allowing too much. We got a timeout, too, that we can take, Mark. So what do we do here? And I think see if we can get Joe to slip in behind the defense and throw the ball to him. We've done that several times this year.
36 seconds, 14-7 Blountstown, 1st and 10 Baker at the Tiger 20. Clock rolling, 28 seconds now. Blountstown in motion, hand off to Seth Bax up the middle, and Bax is across the 15-yard line. And now timeout is taken by the Gators.
Tonight's game in the 2019 FHSAA Class 1A Football Championships is sponsored by the Florida High School Athletic Association. The FHSAA is a democratic organization with a membership of more than 800 middle and senior high schools, all committed to ensuring that Florida student athletes can compete fairly and equally in the education environment. The Florida High School Athletic Association building leaders through teamwork, sportsmanship, and citizenship. For the latest official news about Florida high school sports, including results of all rounds of the 2019 FHSAA Football Championships, visit FHSAA.org, the official website of the Florida High School Athletic Association. That's www.fhsaa.org. Catch live and on-demand postseason coverage for Florida high school athletic sports at www.nfhsnetwork.com.
20 seconds, second down 5 from the 15-yard line. And Sam goes to the air, wants to go to the air, looking for Joe Brunson, and now Sam's going to run it. And he fumbles the ball. Blountstown looks like they may have recovered. And they stop a Baker drive at the 10-yard line.
Yeah, Mark, right there on that play, as he goes running, instead of tucking the ball away, he's still got it out here swinging it. And right there, Sam's just got to tuck the ball away, protect the football, and give yourself, because I think you had another timeout. You could have took another timeout and maybe tried a chance to throw the ball again. But Blountstown held the ball. I would say they'll take a knee and go to the half leading 14-7.
There are 9 seconds left. He had Joe in the end zone, but Joe just could not quite break free. And so, like you said, Sam trying to make something out of it and loses the ball in Blountstown, 1st and 10 from their 10. Pumphrey under his center. And that's what he does. He'll just take a knee. And that's going to end the first half. So it is halftime from Blountstown. Your score, Blountstown 14, Baker 7. You are listening to the 2019 FHSAA State Semifinal on WTJT 90.1 FM.
WTJT would like to send a special thanks to CCSI of Christie, Florida. It's businesses like you, through all your support, that makes this live coverage of the Baker Gators Friday Night Football possible.
WTJT is honored to recognize the support of Adams Sanitation to this ministry. Adams is locally owned and operated and has been for more than 35 years. They offer twice weekly pickup featuring automated trucks, no bagging of trash required. Adams also offers complimentary pickup of small bulk items, appliances, bagged yard waste, plus complimentary service to any church within their service area. They have 65 or 96-gallon rolling cans and pricing plans specifically for the senior 65 and older. The phone number to Adams Sanitation is 537-3282. The website is adamsanitation.com. WTJT and the Baker Gators are proud to recognize Baker Parts in downtown Baker as a sponsor of live coverage of Baker Gator football. Baker Parts and auto parts and hardware for all household needs. Baker Parts is located at 1304 Georgia Avenue in Baker, and their phone number is 537-3131 or 537-4231. Thanks, Danny, and all the staff at Baker Parts for helping to make coverage of Baker Gator football possible on WTJT.
WTJT would like to thank Jason Norton and Baker Metalworks for allowing us to bring live Baker Gator football coverage to the listeners of WTJT. Baker Metalworks offers a large variety of colors, and they are all Energy Star rated. We have 4 profile styles with 29 and 26 gauge. We also have delivery available, and all of their materials are Florida product approved. Baker Metalworks is located at 5846 Highway 189 in Baker. They can be reached by phone at 850-537-2010. Thanks again to Baker Metalworks for all of your support here at WTJT.
Thank you, Bragney Funeral Service in Crestview, for your support. Bragney Funeral Service is located on Highway 90 East. They are locally owned and operated and provide all the traditional funeral services, including burials and cremations. And the telephone number is 683-9898. 683-9898. Terry Bragney is the funeral director. Again, thanks, Terry and Brackney Funeral Service for giving to WTJT. WTJT is honored to recognize a donation from Edge Painting Incorporated. Derek and his crew specialize in interior and exterior repaints, pressure washing, cabinet refinishing, wood and concrete staining, just to name a few. Edge Painting Incorporated has you covered. The number to schedule your free estimate is 850-537-2396. 850-537-2396. Owners Derek and Nikki Edge are proud supporters of Baker Athletics. Go Gators!
Pastor White and the congregation of Milligan Assembly of God are proud sponsors of Baker Gator football. Our services are on Sunday morning starting at 9 a.m. for Sunday school, 10 a.m. for morning worship, and then we come back at 6 p.m. on Sunday evenings for our Sunday night explosion. Our midweek service begins on Wednesday nights, and it starts at 6:45 for our Kids Call ministry, and then 7 p.m. for our evening worship service on Wednesday nights. You can follow us on Facebook, and you can also connect with us on the web at mag.church. On behalf of Pastor White and the congregation of Milligan Assembly of God, we want to say...
WTJT would like to say thank you to the Okaloosa County Teachers Federal Credit Union for supporting our coverage of Baker Gator football. Okaloosa County Teachers Federal Credit Union offers a wide variety of financial services with 4 locations, including the Baker branch location at the entrance to Baker School next to the Gator Cafe. They can be reached at 850-537-9815 or on the web at OkaloosaFCU.org. You can be a member of the credit union if you live, work, or worship or attend school in Okaloosa County. For all your financial needs, it's Okaloosa County Teachers Federal Credit Union, achieving goals together. We are proud to acknowledge the support of Whitehurst Powell Funeral Home in Crestview. They are a family-owned and operated funeral home, open 7 days a week, and can handle all funeral needs. Plus, they offer advanced planning. Whitehurst Powell is also home to the Southern Heritage Crematory. They are located at 436 James Lee Boulevard, and the phone number is 850-682-3052. Owner Andy Powell is committed to caring for you in your time of need, and is also proud to help make coverage of Baker Gator football possible.
One of our sponsors this year for our live coverage of Baker Gator varsity football is Wise Equipment in Crestview. Wise Equipment specializes in sales and services of Kubota and John Deere mowers and tractors. They carry Steel and John Deere chainsaws, line trimmers, and blowers. Plus, they have John Deere toys. All products are backed by a manufacturer's warranty. Wise Equipment is located at 1147 South Verdon Boulevard in Crestview and can be reached at 850-682-3366.
The FHSAA is now on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat. Tweet us, like us, tag us on your social media platforms by searching for FHSAA. Keep up with teams and people who strive to make high school athletics in the state of Florida the best. Be a fan of it, all by following us on social media at FHSAA.
And it is halftime from Blountstown in the state semifinal game between the Gators and the Tigers. At the half, Blountstown has the Gators by the tail 14-7. Mark Forehand and Robbie Cole with you on this Friday night from Blountstown. A clear, cool, beautiful night for high school football. And Robbie, sadly tonight, the season's in for one of these teams. The Gators are 11-1, and Blountstown undefeated 12-0. They have not lost since November 16th last year. Port St. Joe 17-12.
And that was around right before the state semis, right?
I believe so. Now, these two teams met back in, just 4 weeks ago for the in Panama City for the conference championship. A tight game to begin with, like this one, 7-7. But the Tigers, they pull away at the half. It is 27-7, and they're going to win 33-7 in the inaugural Sunshine State Athletic Conference. But the history of Blountstown and Baker over the past 15 years has been in Blountstown's favor. They have won 7 out of 9 meetings with the Gators in the past 15 years. The 2 wins came under Matt Brunston, and they were in 2016. In the regular season, Baker won 21-18, and then in the postseason, they topped the Tigers 20-19, and that's when they went on to the state to play Pahokee, which Pahokee won, had to forfeit, you know the rest of that story, blah, blah, blah. So, but here now tonight, once again, these games have always been pretty tight, but there have been some classic blowouts. This is my 3rd trip here. In 2004, I was here as the father of a player. Again, a postseason game, and Blountstown scored, Baker scored. There was Blountstown, and they just dominate the Gators that night, 65-12. 2 years later, we came back here. It was Gary Taylor and I up here in the press box. And again, Blountstown scores, Baker scores, and it's Blountstown. They cruise 50-6. So they have had some dominating games here in Blountstown. But tonight, your impression of the first half, it's a tight game thus far. What do you think?
Well, first of all, I remember very vividly the 65-12 beating because I was on the mic calling it that night with Julian Perez, and so I'll never forget that night here at Blountstown. It was a long ride home. You got to see it from the dad's perspective. I got to see it from the announcer's perspective. But here tonight, I like what the Gators have done defensively. They've eliminated the big play most of the night, but still just haven't been able to keep containment of the running backs. And they just do a running back by committee kind of like. I mean, Smith is their main guy, but they've used Valdez and a couple of others. And so, but the Gators, I think, coming back to the second half, when you have Blountstown receiving the opening kickoff of the second half, the defense got to step up and keep them out of the end zones there, because we can't go down by 2 scores, I don't think, in this game. We've got to keep them out of the end zone, and then our offense has got to start clicking. I think, Mark, really we need to mix it up and maybe go to the air a little bit more. I'm not sure we'll do that because we do like to keep it on the ground.
We do, and the one time we had a pass play there, Joe in the end zone just cannot break free of the defender, and then Sam fumbles the ball. But we've seen Sam throw some pretty good passes earlier this year. Well, real quick, Madison County and Pahokee, and it's Madison 31, Pahokee 28 in the third quarter, so a tight game there as well. And these two winners play next, I believe it's next Saturday in Tallahassee at Gene Cox Stadium. So, and like you said, we cannot afford to go down more than another score. And because Blountstown is just they're a good team, very good. And now, I've got that score, 31-28 in the fourth quarter, Madison over Pahokee. And also another set of Gators from Northwest Florida playing tonight, the Escambia Gators. And last score we had, they were up 7-0 over the Gaither Cowboys. Well, Robbie, this weekend, big rivalry in the college football world. A lot of big games tomorrow. Now, which game are you looking the most forward to seeing tomorrow or this weekend that's already been played? Last night we had Mississippi State.
I'm gonna tell you, you talking about a strange ending to a football game. That game was wild, Mark, because it's aggravating when you know you got a chance to win a football game, or at least tie the game, go into overtime, 4 seconds left. Your receiver catches the ball for Ole Miss, gets in the end zone, scores, and decides that he wants to crawl like a dog through the end zone and hike his leg. 15-yard penalty, puts them back. They miss the extra point. They lose the game. And, I don't know, but I think he would have crawled all the way back to Oxford.
Well, I saw that play that you talk about, and I guess he thought there was a fire hydrant nearby. And you're right, that play cost him the game because the field goal kicker could not make it from that far. And I heard someone else talk about it. And so that was a very selfish call or selfish thing that he did, because that does hurt your team. And Robbie, real quick, now Escambia over Gaither 14-7 in the second. So those Gators in a tight game as well.
And for those folks that are listening maybe to the broadcast over in close to the Bruton area, Tiana Miller came into the playoffs as a 4 seed. They are in the state semifinal games playing against Mobile Christian, who beat them earlier in the year. And at this point, they lead. It's a tie ball game of 14-14. So Miller, a 4 seed in the playoffs, has an opportunity to go to the state championship with a win over Mobile Christian. That's crazy.
We're going back to college. I know this afternoon I was watching Virginia and Virginia Tech. Now, that's a big ACC rivalry, but Va Tech had beaten Virginia 15 years straight, and today Virginia pulls it out. I believe it was 39-30. So now they will play Clemson next weekend for the ACC championship, and Clemson has South Carolina tomorrow. Now, tomorrow there's always 4 SEC, ACC contests every weekend, and what's going on? You just got something on your phone there.
I did. I just scrolled up on ESPN. Florida State played the number 6 team in the country today in the Emerald Coast Classic, Tennessee Volunteers, and they beat them 60-59.
Is that the women's or the men's?
Men's basketball.
Men's, okay.
Yeah. Okay. I was torn about whether I wanted to go to this game or run to Tallahassee and watch a basketball game. But, I guess I had to come here.
I appreciate it, because it would have been just me and Sharon tonight doing the game, and that would have been awkward. But, the Knowles and Gators tomorrow, Louisville and Kentucky, Georgia Tech, and then South Carolina and Clemson. So, and then the new rankings came out. Now, you saw where Ohio State jumped LSU in the new rankings. Now, what's your thoughts about that?
I'm going to tell you. I've seen this. Have you seen these little memes that's on Facebook where the woman's screaming at the cat? Have you seen any of those, Mark?
I have not. Sharon
probably has.
Yeah.
Well, look, I seen one the other day. I just want to put this out there. It had the top 4 previously before this week, and it had Alabama. She was wearing the Alabama shirt, and she's screaming, saying, "We want in." And the 4 cats down there said, "Not without a quality win." Well, let me tell you how I feel about Ohio State. What quality win they have? A win against Penn State?
That's it.
That's it. I mean, that is it. What has LSU done? Let's look at what LSU's done. They beat a top 25 ranked Florida team. They beat a number 1 Alabama team. They beat a great Auburn team. What more do you want LSU to do?
And Texas, first this season.
Yeah, beat Texas first season. What else do you want them to do to stay number 1? I think it's a joke, honestly. So here's what I want to happen. I want Michigan to beat Ohio State tomorrow. I want Ohio State to lose the next week. I want Georgia to beat LSU in the SEC championship. And let's put as many people from the South as we can and keep the North out of it. Because if you do that, you got Clemson, you got LSU, you got Alabama if they beat Auburn, and you got Georgia. All three of those teams could be in the playoff. If Ohio State loses a couple games, Oklahoma loses their championship game, and Utah, how could Utah jump any of those teams?
That's a great point.
That's what I want to know is why is Utah number 6? Who out of the top 5 could they beat? 0. Yeah. And I'm not even come close to beating them. They would get their behind whipped.
I think you're right.
There's my soapbox on the college football playoff.
And I am speechless, but that's a very good point there. Good reasoning. It is halftime from Blountstown. 14-7 Tigers over the Gators. We are just a minute and a half from starting the third quarter. You are listening to the FHS AA State semifinal game on WTJT 90.1 FM.
WTJT would like to send a special thanks to CCSI of Christian, Florida. It's businesses like you for all your support that makes this live coverage of the Baker Gators Friday Night Football possible.
WTJT is honored to recognize the support of Adams Sanitation to this ministry. Adams is locally owned and operated and has been for more than 35 years. They offer twice weekly pickup, featuring automated trucks, no bagging of trash required. Adams also offers complimentary pickup of small bulk items, appliances, bagged yard waste, plus complimentary service to any church within their service area. They have 65 or 96-gallon rolling cans and pricing plans specifically for the senior 65 and older. The phone number to Adams Sanitation is 537-3282. The website is adamsanitation.com. WTJT and the Baker Gators are proud to recognize Baker Parts in downtown Baker as a sponsor of live coverage of Baker Gator football. Baker Parts has auto parts and hardware for all household needs. Baker Parts is located at 1304 Georgia Avenue in Baker, and their phone number is 537-3131 or 537-4231. Thanks, Danny, and all the staff at Baker Parts for helping to make coverage of Baker Gator football possible on WTJT.
WTJT would like to thank Jason Norton and Baker Metalworks for allowing us to bring live Baker Gator football coverage to the listeners of WTJT. Baker Metalworks offers a large variety of colors, and they are all Energy Star rated. They have 4 profile styles with 29 and 26 gauge. They also have delivery available, and all of their materials are Florida product approved. Baker Metalworks is located at 5846 Highway 189 in Baker. They can be reached by phone at 850-537-2010. Thanks again to Baker Metalworks for all of your support here at WTJT.
And we are just about set for the third quarter kickoff between Baker and Blountstown in the state semifinal game. Blountstown 14, Baker 7. The Gators 11-1 on the season. The Tigers undefeated 12 straight wins, including one over Baker 4 weeks ago in the conference championship. The Gators in their visiting white jerseys, maroon numbers, maroon pants, and maroon helmets. And the Tigers in their red jerseys, white numbers, and white pants with the red helmets. And now Robbie Kolb.
The Florida High School Athletic Association recognizes its corporate partners, who helped make the FHSAA Football Championship possible. The official merchandising company of the FHSAA, Gatorade Thirst Quencher, fueling the future. Main Light Events, the official photo company of the FHSAA. Balfour, the official supplier of championship rings for the FHSAA. Spectrum Sports, the official television partner of the FHSAA. Max Prep, official scores and stats of the FHSAA. GoFan, the official online ticket provider of the FHSAA. The NFHS Network, the official online partner of the FHSAA, and Wilson, provider of the official game ball for the 2019 FHSAA Football Championships.
And we are set for the third quarter kickoff. Pierce Thompson sets up for the Baker Gators. Down 14-7 in the third quarter. We await the whistle. And here we go. It's a pooch kick and a whistle comes in already. It's like a flag. See what the call is here.
I don't see the flag.
Well, I heard the whistle, and they stopped the play.
And they're moving us back. Are they or not? No, looks like we're setting back up on the 40. Maybe Pierce kicked off before they blew the whistle, blew the play in.
Well, with all these cowbells, sometimes it's hard to hear down here. So the cowbells may have been distracting Pierce.
So we'll do it again.
Here we go. Third quarter, 14-7, Blountstown on top. And the Gators pooch kick. And is taken by Blountstown at the 40-yard line and wrapped up quickly.
Yeah,
Devin Jordan leading the way, Ethan Edge, and go ahead, Robbie.
You saved me from saying a word you don't like. But a bunch of Gators met up there to make the tackle. Congregation, is that what we said it was?
Congregation of Gators, yeah, that's what we said. Yeah, I don't like host of Gators because host just, I don't know. It's
That's a host of angels.
Yeah, true. That's a good point. But also Josh Smith on that tackle. And so the Tigers, 1st and 10 from their 41-yard line. Quarterback Logan Pumphrey is back under center in the backfield is Martin. And it's Martin on the handoff. And Martin's across the 45-yard line. Tackle made by Joshua Gamble, Jake Miller, and Matthew McClure.
Yeah, good job there, the Gators, to make the tackle. But that big boy right there in the backfield was able to go forward for about 4 yards. And tough to bring him down, but a great job by the Gator defense in making that tackle, grabbing hold of them ankles and making him fall to the turf.
Garrett Martin picks up 4 yards to the 45-yard line. 2nd down, 6, 11:27, third quarter. And now looks like the old wishbone formation for the Tigers. And Pumphrey will hand off to Valdez, left side, and Valdez stopped near midfield. Tackle made by Seth Baxa.
Another great job there by the Gator defense to just step up there, make the tackle. But right here, we need a push back here, keep them from getting that first down here on that opening drive like we talked about at the half. Got to stop them here and get your offense on the field if you're the Gators.
It is 3rd down and 2 for Blountstown from their 48-yard line, 10:45, third quarter. Again, Garrett Martin in the backfield. And it's Martin, Pumphrey quarterback keeper, and stopped at midfield. Devin Jordan and Zane Steele on the tackle for the Gators.
Yeah, good job right there by the Gators to stay at home there and keeping Pumphrey from getting the first down. But it'll be 4th and short, and I would think that Blountstown will go for it here. Now's when you got to stiffen your neck if you're the Gator defense.
It is 4th and 1, Blountstown from midfield. 10-13, third quarter. And no surprise here, Robbie, as you said, they are going for it on 4th and 1 from midfield. McLeod comes into the lineup for the Tigers. Pumphrey under his center again, that wishbone formation. Garrett Martin, the big fullback behind him. And it's Martin, and he plows straight ahead to the 49-yard line. Should be a Tiger first down.
Yeah, great job there by a good push by the offensive line of the Tigers. And that's something that the defense hasn't been able to do tonight. Our defense has not been able to get penetration into their backfield. And so here again, I've said it a while ago, you just got to bow up right here if you're the Gator front four and get in that backfield, make some penetration, and stop this running attack of the Tigers.
It is 1st and 10, Blountstown from the Baker 48-yard line, 9:24 to go in the third quarter. Blountstown up 14-7. Quarterback keeper Pumphrey avoids one tackle. Then Brody Sharp and Seth Baxa combined to bring him down near the 47-yard line. Short gain, 2nd down for the Tigers.
Yeah, great job there. Brody Sharp fought off the receiver that was blocking on him, was able to get in there and make the tackle with help from Seth Baxa. But Mark, I keep watching them line up in that formation with two receivers on one side, and Smith's over here on that side, and eventually they're going to get him the screen pass, and there's nobody within 10 yards of him when they throw that screen pass.
Second down, 8, Blountstown from the Baker 46-yard line. 8:43 to go, third quarter. Pumphrey under his center. Hands off to Martin. And Martin is wrestled down by McClure, Baxa, Adams, Jordan. They give his progress to about the 45, 44-yard line. Brings up third down and about 6 for the Tigers.
Yeah, I like to see that Gator defense just going to the football, rallying to the football. The initial hit there, they grabbed hold of him, kept him at bay, and then the rest of the Gators come over. About another 10 Gators came over, or 9 Gators came over, and helped make that tackle there to keep him from gaining more than a couple of yards.
Yeah, don't give us 12 men on the field there, Robbie. Keep it at 11. Third down, 6 from the 44-yard line, 7:55 to go. And Pumphrey hands off to Smith. And Smith on the right side, 40, 35-yard line, and brought down by Seth Bax. It was a first down, Blountstown at the Baker 33-yard line. I'm sorry, go ahead, Robbie.
Great run there by Smith around that right side. He's been able to do that and break containment, and that's what he was able to do there to pick up the first down. And clock's ticking away, Mark.
7:38 to go in the third. 14-7. Blountstown on top of Baker. Tigers first and 10 at the Gator 33-yard line. Quarterback for the Tigers is Logan Pumphrey, is under center. Behind him, Martin and Smith. And it's Chevin Smith. And he is wrapped up by Jesse Jordan and thrown down about the 33-yard line. Little to no gain. Second down for the Tigers.
I see you, Jesse Jordan. What a great job. He came around there from his outside linebacker's position, and he was able to catch him in the backfield and only let him get half a yard on that play. What a great job. He's seen him when he took the handoff, and what a great open, just a great tackle. Wrapped up that time and drove Smith to the ground.
Second down, 10 from the Baker 33 for the Tigers. Clock rolling, 6:45, third quarter. Handoff, or quarterback keeper for Pumphrey, and a great tackle by Joe Brunson. Gained maybe a yard, third down for the Tigers.
Yeah, we've talked about it, about Joe all year long and his ability to make that open field tackle, and that's something that I see, something I talked about in the first half about when we make initial contact, wrapping up and making the tackle, and we've done that here on the last couple of plays.
Third down, 9 from the Baker 32 for the Blountstown Tigers. 6:11, third quarter. Escambia over Gaither, 21-7 at the half. Pitch back to Smith, left side behind his blockers. Breaks away, he's across the 30-yard line. Tackle made by Matthew McClure. Now Robbie fourth and about 5 for the Tigers, 4th and 6 maybe.
Yeah, McClure got there, got his hands on Smith, and that time again the Gators rallied to the football, come over and help him out, help their teammate out, and he gains about 3 yards on the play, but a big fourth down play here for the Baker Gator defense.
4th and 6, Blountstown from the Baker 29-yard line, clock rolling, 5:20 third quarter. Again, no surprise, the Tigers will go for it, but now the play clock is down to 6:05, and they may take a timeout here. McLeod up here talking to the offensive coordinator. Timeout, Blountstown, 5:08 third quarter, and you're listening to the 2019 FHS AA State Semi Game on WTJT 90.1 FM.
WTJT is honored to recognize a donation from Edge Painting Incorporated. Derek and his crew specialize in interior and exterior repaints, pressure washing, cabinet refinishing, wood and concrete staining, just to name a few. Edge Painting Incorporated has you covered. The number to schedule your free estimate is 850-537-2396. 850-537-2396. Owners Derek and Nikki Edge are proud supporters of Baker Athletics. Go Gators!
5:08 to go, third quarter, 14-7, Blountstown on top, and the Tigers face in 4th and 6 from the Gator 29-yard line. And Logan Pumphrey under his center. And he rolls right, looking to pass, goes to the air, and it's almost a shoestring catch by McLeod, but it hits the ground, and so Robbie, that Baker defense, just what you said, they make a stand in this second half.
Yeah, great job there by Devin Jordan, and something I looked at earlier, Mark. Devin Jordan has 6 sacks, leads the Gator with 6 sacks and 10 hurries, and 11 hurries now to his stats, and the Gators now with 19 sacks and 66 hurries. A great job by the Gator defense right there, and they've done that all year long.
He also leads in total tackles with 85, so Devin Jordan kind of the workhorse on defense. But wow, what a great stop. And from here, Robbie, I thought that McLeod caught that ball right before it hit the ground, but the officials, they had a better view than I did, and they called it incomplete, and I'm not going to argue with them.
Well, you're older than I am. I thought it hit the ground. And it did.
It did.
However it is, it's Gator football, Mark.
It is 1st and 10, Baker from their 29. And, Robbie, if you look out there, I don't think, well, he is back out there. Sam Croson was injured before the half, but he is back out there. He was without his pads before the third quarter started, but now Sam Croson, tough little Sam, back out there. Hands off to Seth, backs the right side. The ball comes loose. Backs the fumbles it into the air, but what a great heads-up play by Joshua Gamble to grab it out of the air, and Josh rolls around, and he is hurt.
I thought that was 58. I thought that might have been, that's 58. That's Devin Jordan.
You're right.
Wow, that ball pops in the air. He sees it, goes over there, grabs it, and the Gators have a first down on that. And I think when he fell on top of the football, Mark, and probably knocked the breath out of him.
Hopefully that's all it is. He's still on the ground on the sideline, but yeah, you're right. That was Devin Jordan making that acrobatic grab from midair when Seth backs it popped out.
Then I seen that ball just go flying in the air, and I was like, what in the world? And a great job by Devin Jordan to grab it. And so I think they're going to call a timeout because he is on the sideline. Because he's on the sideline, it's going to be an injury timeout.
We'll take it as well. 4:52, third quarter, 14-7, Blountstown. And you're listening to the 2019 FHS AA State Semifinal game on WTJT 90.1 FM.
Pastor White and the congregation of Milligan Assembly of God are proud sponsors of Baker Gator football. Our services are on Sunday morning starting at 9 a.m. for Sunday school, 10 a.m. for morning worship, and then we come back at 6 p.m. on Sunday evenings for our Sunday night explosion. Our midweek service begins on Wednesday nights, and it starts at 6:45 for our Kids Call ministry, and then 7 p.m. for our evening worship service on Wednesday nights. You can follow us on Facebook, and you can also connect with us on the web at mag.church. On behalf of Pastor White and the congregation of Milligan Assembly of God, we want to say...
It is 14-7, Blountstown on top with 4:53 left in this third quarter. Mark Forehand and Robbie Cole with you on this cool night, this Thanksgiving weekend. Robbie, did you have lots to eat this past weekend, or this past yesterday?
Look, I ate so much turkey, I could go hibernate and sleep for a week.
Robbie.
Isn't that what turkey does, is make you get sleepy? Ain't that what they say?
Well, since I'm an old man, any food makes me sleepy.
Oh, goodness. But wait, hey, we're just so blessed, Mark.
We truly are. It is 1st and 10, Baker from the 40-yard line. Sam Croson under center, Joe Brunson in motion, and another flag comes in, and most likely a legal procedure, or I call it the untrue start against the Gator. Well, no, it's offsides. I guess the second time, Robbie, they have lined up in the neutral zone on offense. So it's a 5-yard penalty. They place the ball back at the 35-yard line, 1st and 15 for the Gators. 4:40 to go in the third quarter, 14-7. Baker behind And here comes the offense. Again, number 3, Sam Croson under his center, Lafayette, number 56. Hand off the backs to right side. He finds a hole across the 40 to about the 43-yard line. 8-yard run for Seth Baxa. Second down for the Gators. Second down and 7.
Yeah, Mark, Seth Baxa is averaging 6.1 yards a carry, but tonight has done a great job. We've handed the ball to him over and over several times there, and he seems to get ahead of steam and is able to pick up positive yards. So a great job there by Seth Baxa.
Second down, 7 for Baker from their 43-yard line. Clock rolling, 3:50, third quarter. 14-7, the Tigers on top of the Gators. Sam Croson looks to the sideline. 3 seconds on the play clock, and they got to call a timeout here, Robbie, to avoid a delay of game.
Yeah, Sam didn't see it, but Joe Brunson did. He's standing up. He said, hey, we got to take a timeout here, guys. And so they did get the timeout.
So 3:37, 14-7, third quarter. Blountstown on top. You are listening to the 2019 FHSAA State Semifinal game on WTJT 90.1 FM.
WTJT would like to say thank you to the Okaloosa County Teachers Federal Credit Union for supporting our coverage of Baker Gator football. Okaloosa County Teachers Federal Credit Union offers a wide variety of financial services with 4 locations, including the Baker branch location at the entrance to Baker School next to the Gator Cafe. They can be reached at 850-537-9815 or on the web at OkaloosaFCU.org. You can be a member of the credit union if you live, work, or worship or attend school in Okaloosa County. For all your financial needs, it's Okaloosa County Teachers Federal Credit Union, achieving goals together.
Second down, 7, Baker from their 43-yard line. Sam Croson under his center. Bunsen in motion. Head off Jack Adams. Jack tries to run behind Carter Mason, but he is wrapped up by that Tiger defense and dropped at the 43-yard line. No gain. Third down, 7 for the Gators.
Yeah, the Tigers plugged up the hole there. That time got some penetration, able to drop Jack Adams for a loss there on the play, Mark. But right here, a big third down play for this offense with 3:09 and counting to go here in the third quarter.
Third down, 8 for Baker from their 42-yard line. Sam Croson under center. Bunsen in motion. Sam wants to pass. Under pressure. Avoids 1 tackle, 2 tackles. Now he's got to run. A flag comes down, and Sam is forced out of bounds near the 43-yard line. And Sam sort of get up on that Blountstown sideline, but that flag, Robbie, where's that? It looks like it might be a holding call on the Gators.
I was looking right there, Mark, where that flag was thrown. They called the block in the back, and I'm not sure how the block in the back was there when their defensive player was sitting on top of one of our offensive linemen. And that's where the flag went. So not sure about that.
Well, it is blocked in the back. The Tigers decline it. Fourth down for the Gators, but I was more concerned about the hit that Sam Croson took there near the sideline. Sam's slow to get up, but he does, and now it's 4th and about 8 for the Gators, or 4th and 7 from the 43.
And if you're Joe right here, you've got to think, I've got to kick the ball away from Smith. Don't kick it straight to him. Kick it. You got a lot of room on that right side over there, far side. Kick it over there.
And Joe Brunson does just that. Kicks it away from Smith. Bounces near the Blountstown 30-yard line. Rolls down to about the 28 where Jack Adams downs the ball. So a scoreless third quarter, Robbie, and it's still 14-7 Blountstown on top. 2:37 left in this third quarter. So neither team able to do anything this second half so far.
Well, Mark, we're -1 in the takeaway category, and I think right now we need to even that thing up and get us a turnover right here. If you're the Gator defense, you're looking for a turnover.
Exactly right. Madison Pahokee tied at 30. 36-36. 37-36. Madison on top. Direct snap to Smith, and Smith gets out to the 39. Tackle made by Joshua Gamble and Devin Jordan.
Mark, in the first half, we struggled a little bit with that Wildcat formation. We've made some adjustments and done a great job there. I'm not sure about how they spot the football right here. There you go. There you go. You got it spotted right. And so he gave him an extra yard there and finally put the ball where it was supposed to be.
Puts it back at the Blountstown 29-yard line. Second down, 9 for the Tigers. 2 minutes to go in this third quarter. Baker down 14-7, so it's Madison 37-36 over Pahokee so far. Again, Wildcat for the Tigers. And Smith takes it. And he avoids one tackle. A second, a third tackle, still going. Finally, Joshua Gamble and Devin Jordan force him out of bounds near the 35-yard line. Brings up third down 3 for the Tigers.
Well, a great job there by Devin Jordan and Joshua Gamble not to quit on that play because it looked like he was going to get stopped by Joe Brunson and gang, but it didn't happen, and those two guys kept coming and was able to make the tackle. Had they slowed up just a little bit, Smith breaks away and takes that one to the house.
A minute 15 to go, third quarter. Third down and 3 for Blountstown from their 35-yard line. And again, looks like Smith in that Wildcat formation. And the play clock goes down to 0. But Blountstown takes the timeout to avoid the delay game. You are listening to the 2019 FHS AA Football State Semifinal game on WTJT 90.1 FM.
We are proud to acknowledge the support of Whitehurst Powell Funeral Home in Crestview. They are a family-owned and operated funeral home, open 7 days a week, and can handle all funeral needs. Plus, they offer advanced planning. Whitehurst Powell is also home to the Southern Heritage Crematory. They are located at 436 James Lee Boulevard, and the phone number is 850-682-3052. Owner Andy Powell is committed to caring for you in your time of need, and is also proud to help make coverage of Baker Gator football possible.
A minute 2 left in this third quarter. 14-7 Tigers on top. They're facing third down and 3 from their 35-yard line. Trevin Smith in Wildcat formation, and here we go on third down and 3. Trevin Smith up the middle. He finds a hole. He's to the 43-yard line. Tackle made by Seth Baxter, but his first down, and Joe Brunson, but his first down, Blountstown.
Yeah, I'm not sure if Seth maybe hurt himself on that play, but he comes out, and in comes Ethan Edge for him. But it is a first down, and a great job there by Trevon Smith just to take that ball right up the middle, get the first down, and reset the chains for the Tigers.
It is 1st and 10, Blountstown from their 43. 38 seconds to go in the third. They lead 14-7 again. Smith breaks a tackle, a second tackle, and finally hauled down Joshua Gamble, Ethan Edge, and Zane Steele. But Smith, a strong young man, Robbie, just breaking tackle after tackle.
Well, Mark, and one of the things that you teach these young men in tackling 101 is wrapping up. And that time, 2 times we hit him and try to just hit him with our shoulder pads and knock him off our feet. You're not knocking that young man off his feet. You got to wrap up and hold on and let help you.
That's the end of 3 from Blountstown. 12 minutes left in this ball game. It is Blountstown 14, Baker 7, and you are listening to the 2019 FHS AA State Semifinal game on WTJT 90.1 FM.
One of our sponsors us this year for our live coverage of Baker Gator varsity football is Wise Equipment in Crestview. Wise Equipment specializes in sales and services of Kubota and John Deere mowers and tractors. They carry Steel and John Deere chainsaws, line trimmers, and blowers. Plus, they have John Deere toys. All products are backed by a manufacturer's warranty. Wise Equipment is located at 1147 South Purdon Boulevard in Crestview and can be reached at 850-682-3366.
So 12 more minutes left in this season for one of these two teams. As we start the fourth, it is Blountstown 14, Baker 7. The Gators 11-1. Blountstown undefeated, 12 straight wins. And the Gators in their white jerseys, maroon numbers, maroon pants. Blountstown red jerseys and white numbers, white pants. And it's Pumphrey handing off to Martin. Up the middle, and Martin stopped about the 47-yard line, very close to a first down. Ethan Edge on the tackle along with Jesse Jordan and Garrett Mitchum. And it's first down, Blountstown at the Baker 47-yard line. 11:49 to go in this ball game. 14-7 Tigers on top.
Yeah, another big play there for the Tigers, just moving the pile ahead to get that first down. Gator defense got to stand up here.
So Pumphrey under center. This time, hands off to number 2, Jevion Ribs, something like that, Robbie.
Ribs?
Something like
ribs?
That. Ribs.
I heard ribs.
Yeah, something like that.
So, but a great job there by Joe Brunson just to grab hold of his legs and hang on and make the tackle there for the Gators. 1 yard gain, and that's all.
Second down 9 from the Baker 46-yard line. 11:05 to go in the ball game. Caden Hadgett comes wide to the left. Pumphrey under center. Hand off to Trevon Smith. And Smith runs into Zane Steele and Seth Baxa. And several Gators, Jesse Jordan and Garrett Mitchum, bring them down. Third down, 8 for the Tigers from the 44.
Yeah, that time Seth Baxa got in there, grabbed hold of his legs and said, I'm not letting go. And his help came, and they stood him up, and he was only able to get a couple yards there, Mark. And so another, I've said it all night, but another big play. It's fourth quarter. It's a big play time for the Gator defense.
Third down, 7. Blountstown from the Baker 44-yard line. 10:15 left in this ball game. Pumphrey to the air, hits McLeod. And McLeod is introduced to Devin Jordan at about the 43-yard line. Maybe a yard or two gain. Fourth down again for the Tigers.
And Mark, what was important to that play right there was Brody Sharp was able to fight off his blocker, get a hand on McLeod, and slow him down enough that Devin Jordan was able to come over there and make the hit.
It is 4th and 5 from the Baker 42-yard line. 9:41 to go in the ball game. 4th and 5. Tigers going for it here. We're actually in punt formation. And Pumphrey does punt it away. Joe Brunson at his 10 will let it bounce, and it's going to die. Very close to the, did it go into the end zone?
Mark, I wish I could have been standing right there on the goal line, because I believe that ball hit the goal line, but they say not, and they say it's down right there. I mean, the nose of the ball has to be on the goal line. And if it is touching the goal line, then guess what that is?
Touchback.
Yeah. I mean, come on, man. I mean, that's insane. Man, I wish I was on the sideline tonight.
And they do place it inside the 1.
And, Mark, I think he just picked the ball up and moved it off of the goal line. Because I believe the ball was on the goal line.
Yeah, from here, the nose, the backside was touching the goal line, but they bring it out to just inside the 1. Now I think Joe should have just took that ball and tried to make something of it, but nonetheless, it is 1st and 10 inside the Baker 1. And Sam Croson, just a little quarterback keeper, and he went quick. A quick count does get it out to about the 3-yard line. Still second down now for the Gators.
A great job there by the Gator defense. A great call. I've seen a bigger gap in between the center and the guard. and nobody from Blountstown went in there and covered that up. And Sam just said, hey, there it is, took the snap and got him a little breathing room.
Second down, 8 from the 3-yard line, 8:54 to go in the ball game. Again, Sam under his center, hands off to Joe Brunson, and Joe finds a little breathing space, and Joe gets about to the 6 or 7-yard line, brings up third down, and about 5 for the Gators.
Well, Mark, we've seen Joe break break some from this distance earlier in the season, and so I'd love to see him break one right here, or give the ball to Jack Adams and let him break one, because when Jack gets in open space, you gotta be on your horses to get him.
Third down, 5 from the 6-yard line, 8:17 to go in the ball game. And Jack Adams in motion, and handoff goes to, I believe it's Seth Baxa. And Baxa nowhere to go, gets to the 7-yard line, brings up 4th and 4 for the Gators.
And what that means here is they flip the field here. That means that somebody's fixing to get good field position, and that's Blountstown. So, got to make sure you get a good snap here, good snap from Oglesby back to Brunson, and then Joe's just got to get his foot in it and then kick that thing to the sideline, but not too shallow. Got to kick it deep as far as he can, put his toe in it.
So 4th and 4 from the 7-yard line. It's a high snap. Joe gets the ball down, no rush. And the ball will bounce to about almost to midfield, to the Blountstown 49-yard line. So, Robbie, we avoid disaster there. But that could have been a horrible situation for the Gators on 4th down back to their own end zone. And, Robbie, it's a final. Madison going back to the state championship. They defeat Pahokee 37-36. So Madison will be in Tallahassee next weekend to face one of these two teams here tonight.
Well, Pahokee doing a great job there tonight against Madison County, giving them probably, other than the two big schools that beat Madison County, giving Madison County the biggest run for their money when it comes to 1A football.
Yeah, Madison wins tonight. 1st and 10, Blountstown from the 50. And it is Rives off the left side. His helmet comes off. Jack Adams rips his helmet off, and now a flag comes in, and Javion Rives expressing his opinion about that.
Yeah, I think that's where you just let him come on off the field and get cooled off, because number 2 for Blountstown, who'd you say that was? That's
Rives.
Yeah, he's a little upset about that. So that's definitely a personal foul face mask. What do you reckon?
It is what you said. The fans want him thrown out. It's a 15-yard penalty, and it goes down to the 32-yard line. And I want to say a shout out to Amanda and Derek Tilburg and all the little Tilburg kids, Parker and Lawson and Adlin. They are in Kentucky listening to us, so appreciate that, Amanda and Derek.
And baby Tilburg in the oven.
That's right. 1st and 10 is Smith, 25, 30, 15, 10, and he is taken out of bounds. A great touchdown saving tackle by Joe Brunson. Takes Smith out at the 5-yard line, but it's 1st and goal, Blountstown from the 5.
Yeah, here's where you just got to keep your head up if you're getting the Gators. I know they got a little distracted there by that penalty, and kind of took the wind out of their sails, especially on that play right there. And so they still got to play right here. You got to keep them out of the end zone if you're going to have a chance to win with 7 minutes to go here in the 4th quarter, trailing by a touchdown.
Yeah, 1st and goal from the 5-yard line. Madison already on their way to Tallahassee next weekend. And Blountstown Baker trying to fill that other slot in Tallahassee, and now looks like timeout taken by Blountstown. 14-7 Blountstown. You are listening to the 2019 FHS AA Football State Semifinal game on WTJT 90.1 FM.
WTJT would like to send a special thanks to CCSI of Crestview, Florida, as businesses like you do all your support that makes this live coverage of the Baker Gators Friday Night Football possible.
And we are back in Blountstown. And Robbie Kolb, go ahead.
Football fans, the best games are yet to be played. Make plans to attend the 2019 Florida High School Athletic Association Football Championship games. The intense 1A through 3A action takes place at Gene Cox Stadium in Tallahassee December the 5th through the 7th. And 4A through 8A will be in Daytona Beach Stadium, hosted by DME Marketing December 11th through the 14th. Tickets start as low as $12. Come out and watch the best of Florida high school football played.
First and goal from the 5. Pumphrey under center. Hands off to Rives, and he is fighting for yardage and is brought down by Devin Jordan and Jesse Jordan. A flag comes in.
Mark, I'm not sure if it's in the vicinity of face mask, but that's what it is.
A good call, Robbie. A face mask against the Gators. So a loss of a couple of yards now will turn into positive yardage for Blountstown. And of course, how much closer can you get when it's first and goal inside the Baker 5?
Well, if it's from the end of the play, it'll be the 6-yard line. They'll put it on the 3. And is it an automatic first down from that point, Mark, or is it just still second and goal?
Well, here we go.
So replay first down.
Replay first down, so first and goal from somewhere around the 2.5-yard line.
First and goal from the 3. 6:54 left in the ball game. Blountstown 14, Baker 7. Quarterback Logan Pumphrey for the Tigers under center. And hands off to Smith. And Smith is hit immediately by Ethan Edge, who drops him like a hot potato. But he is very close to the goal line.
Yeah, Smith that time leans forward, tries to stretch the ball out there as far as he can to try to get to the end zone. And it does look like, Mark, they placed the ball inside the 1-yard line. So it's going to be second and goal from very short.
The other Gators from Pensacola, Escambia, they are ahead 27-7 over Gaither. Was that the fourth quarter? And here our Gators are down 14-7, 6:15 left in the ball game. And handoff is to Garrett Martin. Touchdown, Blountstown. So the big fullback just pulls his way through there. 6:11 to play in the ball game. 20-7, Tigers on top.
Well, Mark, something I haven't noticed all night tonight is that does Blountstown not have a band? There was no halftime show took place.
And a pre-recorded national anthem, so they may not have a band, but
well, I thought I saw a band when I don't remember if I saw a band when we played them 4 weeks ago.
I think you're right. McLeod for the point after. It is good. 6:11 left in the ball game. Blountstown 21, Baker 7. You are listening to the 2019 FHS AA Football State Semifinal game on WTJT 90.1 FM.
WTJT is honored to recognize the support of Adams Sanitation to this ministry. Adams is locally owned and operated and has been for more than 35 years. They offer twice weekly pickup featuring automated trucks. No bagging of trash required. Adams also offers complimentary pickup of small bulk items, appliances, bagged yard waste, plus complimentary service to any church within their service area. They have 65 or 96-gallon rolling cans and pricing plans specifically for the senior 65 and older. The phone number to Adams Sanitation is 537-3282. The website is adamsanitation.com.
6:11 left in the ball game. Blountstown 21, Baker 7. And set to kick off for the Tigers is McLeod. Back deep, Joe Brunson and Jack Adams. And here's the kick. And fair catch called for by Seth Baxa at his 25-yard line. And that's where we set up 1st and 10.
Yeah, I think I would. I don't know. I just say what I'd have done.
What's that?
But, you got 6 minutes, 11 seconds left. Let's make something happen. You're trailing by 2 scores, and we make a fair catch at the 25-yard line. Let's get down the field a little bit. That's what I think should have happened. But, he felt like he was doing something safe to keep from messing up there. So, Gators have the ball 1st and 10 from the 25.
6:11 left in the ball game. They're down 21-7. In the backfield, Garrett Mitchum and Joe Brunson behind quarterback Sam Croson. And pitch back, Joe Brunson right side. Joe cuts it back in. Now goes to the outside, 30, 35, and tackled near the 39-yard line. Tackle made by Kane Miller for the Tigers.
Yeah, great job there. Joe just being a little patient, allowing his the blockers to block in front of him. Garrett Mitchum actually made a block that kind of sprung him there and helped him get another 4 or 5 yards on that play.
5:55 left in the ball game. 21-7 Blountstown on top. 1st and 10 Baker from their 40-yard line. And now in the backfield, Garrett Mitchum. At the wings are Jack Adams and Joe Brunson. Adams in motion. Sam wants to pass. Going deep down the field for Joe. Just off his fingertips. Joe extends himself but can't quite reach it and bring it in. Incomplete. 2nd down for the Gators.
And Mark, Joe's upset with himself. He did a little stutter step there that he didn't need to do, and that was the difference in him making the catch. He did a little stutter step right about the 45-yard line. Sam had already threw the ball, and that caused him to be a yard short.
And that would have been the difference. Nonetheless, 5:33 left in the ball game. 2nd down, 10 for the Gators from their 40-yard line. They're down by 14 points, 21-7. Again, Adams in motion. Handoff is to Joe Brunson. Joe finds a little opening there, and he's across the 45 to about the 47-yard line. 3rd down, 3 for the Gators.
Yeah, great run there by Joe, just going right up the middle again, and picks up 7 yards, makes it a lot more manageable on 3rd down. But at this point, you're 5 minutes away from your season inning. You just got to pull out all the stops here, and they don't get it here, they'll go for it on 4th down.
3rd down, 3 from the 47-yard line. Clock rolling, 4:54. They're looking to the sidelines. They have got to get on this ball here. Now Sam under center. Hands off to Baxa. Baxa across midfield, and he's still going. And finally pulled down about the 48-yard line. Tackle made by Brent McCrone.
Yeah, good run there by Seth Baxa, and gets the Gators a first down. But if you're the Gators, you got to get right back on the football right here and run the play. You don't have much time left. You got to get 2 scores. You got to score here and then get an onside kick if you're going to have a chance to take this thing to overtime.
Yeah, clock is rolling, 4:30, and we're not set yet. 1st and 10, Baker at the Blountstown 48-yard line now. Under center goes Sam Croson. And hands off to Joe Brunson, right side behind Carter Mason, and Joe's across the 45 and stopped near the 42-yard line. Leading the charge for the Tigers, Kane Miller.
And they say Joe didn't get out of bounds, so you got to get right back on the football again and get your play going here and run a play. Let's do it. I don't know if we got to hurry up, but if we ever had one, we need one now.
Under 4 minutes, 3:55. 2nd down, 5 from the 42-yard line. Now Ethan Edge comes in place of Ashton Morrison or Joshua Gamble. And the clock is still counting down, 3:40 to go. And we are finally getting set. Sam Croson under center. Brunson in motion. Sam wants to pass. Looking, as we sacked and brought down. And tackle made by Joseph Rector. He drops him back at the 44-yard line. It's a loss. Third down and about 6 for the Gators. Clock rolling, 3:17 to go in the ball game. And this season slowly slipping away from the Baker Gators. 3:05 and counting. Third down and about 6 from the 44-yard line. In motions goes Jack Adams. Hand off to Joe Brunson. Joe right up the middle, fighting for yardage, and gets to the 40-yard line. He'll be short by 2. Fourth down for the Gators.
Mark, you right here, I don't understand this. If we were trying to run the clock out, yeah, you snap the ball with 10 seconds left to go, less than 10 seconds left to go on the play clock. But right here, you got to snap the ball before the play clock even gets to 10 seconds. You got to conserve as much time.
2:25 left in the ball game. 4th and 2 from the 40. Person comes up, looks to the sideline, and now timeout taken by the Baker Gators. 2:17 left. 21-7 Blountstown. You are listening to the 2019 FHSAA football state semifinal game on WTJT 90.1 FM.
WTJT and the Baker Gators are proud to recognize Baker Parts in downtown Baker as a sponsor of live coverage of Baker Gator football. Baker Parts has auto parts and hardware for all household needs. Baker Parts is located at 1304 Georgia Avenue in Baker, and their phone number is 537-3131 or 537-4231. Thanks, Danny, and all the staff at Baker Parts for helping to make coverage of Baker Gator football possible on WTJT.
2:17 left in the ball game. Baker down 21-7. Facing 4th and 2 from the Blountstown 40-yard line. And Robbie, we're right behind all the Blountstown fans here in the press box, and they are on their feet behind their Tigers. Across the way, the Gator fans supporting their Gators as well. So here we go, 4th and 2. Sam hands off to Joe. Joe finds a hole across the 35 to the 33-yard line. 1st and 10 Baker. 2:14 left in the ball game. They're down 21-7.
And I hate to harp on this, but we need to snap the ball before 2 minutes left on the clock. We got 14 seconds. Get on the line. The clock's running now, and we're not set. We're not ready. Let's get ready and get on the line and go.
And we are down to 2:05. And you may have called that one, Rob. You said before 2 minutes, and they don't make it. And now Sam wants to pass. Looking towards Jack Adams.
Throw it away.
Under heavy pressure. Throws the ball. He hits. Yes, Ashton Morrison, I believe he hits.
Yeah, that's right.
A great catch by Ashton Morrison. About an 8-yard pickup brings up 2nd down 2 for the Gators at the 25-yard line of the Tigers. And the clock is rolling, 1:29.
And Sam just coming to the huddle with the play.
A 1:15, still not set. Now here we go with 1:10 to go in the ball game. Sam rolls right, looking to pass, looking, throws it away. Going towards Ashton Morrison, goes incomplete. Brings up 3rd down 2 for the Gators. 1:03 left in this season.
Thank you for throwing the ball away, stopping the clock. I feel better now, Mark. The clock ain't running no more. A lot of people say, well, you're down by 2 touchdowns. Well, so what? It ain't over till the whistle blows, right?
That's
so the final whistle blows?
Right.
Anything can happen, and I've seen stranger things happen.
This is true. 1:03 left in the ball game in the season. For one of these two teams, Baker down 21-7 for 3rd and 2, and here we go. Pitch back is to Joe Brunson, and Joe behind Garrett Mitchell trying to find the open hole. A flag comes flying in, 2 flags, 3 flags come flying in. And the hat comes flying in. Joe gets down to the 20-yard line.
I'm going to tell you, I ain't seen so much laundry on the field, and I don't know when. Somebody needs to put their clothes back on.
55 seconds, and there are some major discussions among the officials. And from what I could see, Rob, it looks like there's going to be some unsportsmanlike against one of the Baker Gators. Wait for the official call. It is a first down at the 20 if this play stands. But still some major discussion. Waiting for
Mark.
Go ahead, Robbie.
This could take a while to figure this out. I mean, I'm telling you, they were flying from all over the place.
I think every one of them threw their flags. Here we go.
We have a line of ball on unsportsmanlike conduct on the offense. 15 yards from the end of the run. With a dead ball, unsportsmanlike conduct on the defense, we will mark that 15 yards off after this one.
Which will put the ball at the 20-yard line, Mark. I don't know if our fans can hear that from the. So it's a 15-yard penalty for unsportsmanlike conduct against the offense. They're going to back us up 15 yards from the 20. Mm-hmm. Then there was a dead ball personal foul on the defense. Then they're going to mark that off. Guess where it's going to take the ball to?
Right back to where was that?
Right back to the 20.
Yep.
Hey, all I know is the man marking it off needs the exercise. He looks like me. He ate too much for Thanksgiving. Maybe he ate 2 or 3 butterball turkeys. I don't know.
The views of Robbie Kolb.
Well, at this point, you just got to laugh, Mark.
Well, you're right, Robbie. They put the ball right back where it was, at the 20-yard line of Blountstown. First down for the Gators.
That just kept the fans from getting into their car about 10 seconds earlier.
55 seconds. Blountstown 21, Baker 7. First and 10, Gators at the Tiger 20-yard line. Sam Croson lines up under center Dylan LaFear. In the backfield, Garen Mitchum, Jack Adams, Joe Brunson at the wings. In motion goes Jack Adams. Sam drops back, wants to pass, gets the ball off to Joe. Joe to the 15, 10, 5, makes a move. Joe Brunson in the end zone. Touchdown, Baker Gators.
Well, Mark, 46 seconds left. You took and tightened it up a little bit. You're down by a touchdown. Now we got to get the extra point and get the onside kick. Can we get it done? I seen 2 straight in a row last night at Mississippi's. Where was the? It was the Cowboys. The Cowboys and the Saints. Was that right?
No, Cowboys put the Bills. Saints put the Falcons.
It was the Falcons that did 2 straight. I watched so many games yesterday, I can't keep them straight.
And the Saints still won.
Yes, they did.
Yeah. So here we go. On for the extra point, Ethan Edge. Ryan Fleming is your holder. There's the snap. Ball's down. Kick is blocked. It is blocked and no good. So the score remains Blountstown 21, Baker 13. And now, Robbie, that makes it even more interesting because not just the onside kick, but now you have to have a 2-point conversion if you get the touchdown.
Yeah, so the first thing is we got to get the onside kick, Mark, and that would give us the ball around midfield if we do that on their side of the football. And so then it's just calling the right play calls, trickery if you got it. It's 46 seconds away from your season being over. And so right here, if you're the Gators, if you can get the onside kick here and recover it, man, that's huge. So let's get that first, then we'll talk about the rest after that. How's that?
That sounds good. Are we caught up?
Yes, we are. We're good. Everything's done.
All right. So 46 seconds left. 21-13, Blountstown. And so now here we go. Looks like Pierce Thompson will be kicking. So you can just feel the tension here between Baker and Blountstown. And this is coming down to a classic finish.
Got to kick it 10 yards, Pierce.
And it does go 10 yards and takes a Blountstown bounce. And Blountstown recovers about their 45-yard line.
Well, Pierce got the bounce out of it that he wanted, Mark. It just wasn't quite enough angle to it to get it into the hands of a Gator defender. And so Blountstown will take over with 44 seconds. But a nice season there for the Baker Gators.
So 1st and 10, Blountstown.
But it still ain't over.
That's true.
Fumbled snap.
That's true. It's not over yet. There's no guarantee of a clean exchange from center to quarterback. Pumphrey under center, and will just take a knee. And looks like Blountstown and Baker will be content to end this game. And a good show of sportsmanship. The offense and defense on the field for Baker and Blountstown, shaking hands, hugging necks. And Robbie, what can you say? I mean, what a great season still for the Gators.
Well, Mark, the Gators come down here in a hostile situation here at Blountstown and was able to fight and fight and fight. Kept herself in this ball game for the most part of the game. Fought all the way to the very end. So that's something that we talked about all year. The Gators will play 48 minutes of football, and they've done it all year long. And, you know, hats off to them. How many other teams have been 5 straight years to the state semifinals? But these Gators can say that. These seniors can say, we've been to the state semifinals every year we've played, and we've made it to a state championship or 2.
And congratulations to Blountstown. I mean, in the spirit of good sportsmanship, congratulations. They will go on to face Madison next weekend in Tallahassee. So, Robbie, any other final thoughts on tonight or on the season that before we shut this thing down?
Well, Mark, I just want to say thank you to yourself and Jesse for allowing me to be a part of the broadcast this year. And we moved here this year. And we just, you know, I thought, no, I'm not going to do any radio, but once it's in your blood, it's kind of hard not to do it. And I just want to say thank you to you guys and for Robert Williamson for allowing us the opportunity to carry these broadcasts and do these broadcasts and to get the Gators on the air. And just, again, thanks for allowing me to be a part of it. I've had a good time.
Well, we appreciate it, too. We've had fun. It's been a fun season, an interesting season. And another winning season for Matt Brunson and the Baker Gators. They go 11-2 this season. Also, they are the Sunshine State Athletic Conference runner-up. And sadly, their dreams of a 5th state title will not happen this year. It ends here in Blountstown. So, on behalf of Robbie Cole, Jesse Jernigan, Seth, Sharon, and me, I'm Mark Forehand. Hoping that you have a blessed Thanksgiving weekend, a very Merry Christmas, and a Happy New Year. 2020 just a month away. From Blountstown, good night.